What's going on, everybody? What's going on? She Speaks here. We are back for another one. We back for another one, people. Eagles, Jaguars, man. It's definitely going to be a banger. Eagles playing very, very well. 3-0, demolishing the Washington Commanders last week. You got Jacksonville, coached by Doug Pederson, our former coach, Super Bowl winning coach. Jacksonville is playing good. They're 2-1. They got a nice young quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. You know, that man was ready to come out of college and play in the NFL after his freshman year and at Clemson. You know, their team is solid. You got a solid running back, solid receiving core. So it definitely should be a good one. So before we get started, tuning into the game audio, definitely go ahead and like the video for me, please. Like and subscribe. You know, this is channel's growing. It's slow, but it's growing though. So we definitely can't complain about that, you know. But yeah, go ahead and like the video, subscribe. My prediction for this game is gonna be I got the Eagles 28-24. I got the Eagles 28-24. I'm not really sure how good this Jaguars defense is. I guess we'll see. We'll take a look today. It's actually my first time actually tuning into a Jaguars game, so should be competitive. Um, you know, we'll see what Trevor Lawrence got for this Eagles defense. You know, like I said, his receiving core isn't too shabby, but this secondary for the Eagles has been they definitely been on the tear lately. So you gotta go ahead and give credit where credit is due. We'll see, you know, if Jalen Hurts can stay, you know, the course and just be consistent with what he's been doing with these first three games. NFC Player of the Month on offense, Jalen Hurts. So that's definitely a big accomplishment. You know, y'all already know I'm not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan, but can't hate on him. He looked good. He looked real good. So we'll see. You know, AFC opponent. They'll throw a little something different at him and see what happens from here. But you know, like I said, I got the Eagles 28-24 Eagles over the Jaguars. One thing I do want to see, I do want to see the Eagles score more points in the second half. The first three games, they've been taking their foot off the gas in the second half. I don't know if it's really because, you know, let me turn this thing down. So yeah, I don't know if it's because, you know, they've just been up. They just been trying to, you know, milk the clock and hold on to the lead, but they come off real fast. And then the second half, they don't really do anything. They get real stagnant. So let me see here. See if the game is on yet. No, not yet. Not yet. All right, but at any rate, like I said, like the video. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit the cash app for me. $ She Speaks. Definitely want to go ahead and you know, upgrade the set a little bit more. You're gonna try to do something with this picture quality on YouTube. You know, make it a little more clear. You know, get some 4K going and try to get some more interactive stuff on the stream. So I'm still working on it, still trying to figure out some things, but you know, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to try to build the family. So just be patient with me. All right, the game's up next. I'm going to bring the game audio in. Oh, here I go. Struggle streaming already. Hold on one second. Let's see here. There we go.
So what a week 4 matchup we have for you. The Eagles 3-0 and Jacksonville. The kick is next on CBS.
Let me know what the game audio sounds like in the chat. What I'm gonna also do too is I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come up and talk, you know, just about this game or about the games, you know, this week, or just, you know, anything in general. But let me see here. Let me go ahead and you want to pin this thing to the top. Let me see here. All right, so I got the link in the chat pinned to the top. So if anybody want to come up, you know, just talk, you know, just, you know, chop it up for a little bit, you can definitely do that. Just hit the link in the chat. Yeah, so after this game, we'll probably take a break. It's not really nothing good during the 4 o'clock slot. So we'll probably just skip the 4 o'clock games, and we'll probably just log back on for that Sunday night game versus the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. So that should definitely be a good one. I really can't see Tom Brady losing 2 games in a row, but it's definitely going to be tough because you got the Chiefs, who just came off of a crazy upset loss to the Indianapolis Colts. So that's going to be a good one. 2 top-notch teams coming off of losses. They definitely don't want to go, back-to-back losses. That's definitely not what you want if you got Super Bowl aspirations. So it definitely should be a good one.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
There's your weather. It has been raining
pretty
hard
here
over the last couple of days. It's the kind of game where the sideline reporter earns their keep, and we've got one of the very best. The Didi Kinkabala, take it away.
Spiro, it is raining sideways, but let me tell you this, the field is
It's
actually
definitely crazy
draining
outside.
very well. I talked to Jaguars wide receiver Christian Kirk just a little bit ago. He said he's going to wear his regular cleats. He said that the ground is not slippery at all. And as you know, of course, the Jaguars did practice in the rain Wednesday. The rain also could not tamp down the enthusiasm this crowd had for former head coach Doug Pederson. Pederson is back with the Jaguars, but when he walked out onto the field, Spiro,
Rain took out the damn audio. They definitely gonna give Doug Pederson some love. You cannot give Doug Pederson
Yeah, we had a
love.
chance to visit with Doug Pederson when he got into town last night. He was so looking forward to this moment, and he was actually on Andy Reid's staff when he came back. Reid did with Kansas City, got a standing ovation, and you had to think that even here in Philly, it's a tough crowd, tough fan base, that he would get a very positive reception.
All right, kickoff. Here we go. Took it at the 1.
There. Philly winning the toss, they defer, and so Jacksonville with Jamal Agnew.
Get to the 23-yard
line. Forced out of bounds. And
let me know what them
offense will begin right around its own.
Let me know what them the fantasy teams look like too.
Lawrence, the AFC offensive player.
I got off to a good start, so I can't complain.
Victory as it started last week in LA.
Big win for this team against the Chargers, really solidifying their belief not only in this system but in themselves. And I think Doug Pederson's done a phenomenal job, really building Trevor Lawrence up from the ground up, starting from scratch, helping him to understand how to read progressions quicker, which ends up allowing him to get rid of the ball faster, 4th fastest in the NFL, and have a tough time against his defensive front today.
Jacksonville begins on the ground with James Robinson.
The run, little 3-4 yard run.
Removed from that devastating Achilles tear that he sustained towards the latter stages of last season. This offensive line, Brandon Sheriff, really the lone new addition. Basically the same group. They have been playing at an elite level.
Yeah, Sheriff has been playing excellent football. Obviously, he was a huge pickup for them, but the scheme, I think, has allowed this offensive line in its entirety to play much better.
Marvin Jones, Christian Kirk, they definitely got a nice little receiving core.
Pick of Kentucky. What a start for his career. Lawrence to the air for the first time, looking for his new favorite target, Christian Kirk, and well played by Marcus Epps, who has been terrific.
Hold on one
second,
family.
Season. How about this Philly?
Grave and Cox, but they've been getting pressure. Obviously, 9 sacks last week. And if you're in this Jacksonville front, you have to understand
3rd and 5. Here we go.
Lining up. They want one-on-one matchups.
3rd and 5.
Right to the running back. Short.
And they are not going to get it. Kirk.
Christian Kirk with the drop.
So a ragged
3 and out. That's not how you want to start.
As Philly will force the punt.
Those are the kind of plays that Trevor Lawrence has made this year. That was there. If he gets the ball to Kirk,
that's not how you want to start.
Down. And you want to make those plays
3 and out on the road against the Eagles.
Philly,
don't want to do that.
Really well offensively is score early. First half points, hitting big plays. For Jacksonville, you got to try to take advantage of every opportunity, especially early on.
Yep, absolutely.
Logan Cook on to punt. Tough kicking, punting conditions in the rain in this win. Britton Covey.
That's a good punt.
Watches this one take it. He's going to play it from just inside the 20. And Jacksonville coming heavy, 52
That's a good
yards on the
punt.
punt. And
That's a good punt.
return of only 2.
All right,
So
Jalen
here
Hurts.
comes
Let me see
Jalen
something.
Hurts, NFC Offensive Player of the Month, and the only guy in the history of the sport to put up those averages over the first 3 games of the season. Incredible.
He's played so well. I love the fact he walked into our production meeting with a briefcase. First time I've seen a quarterback ever do that. And I think it's just his mindset. He's business-like in his approach. There is nothing else he cares about besides football. He's studied incredibly hard this offseason. You're seeing that in the way that he sees the game and understands this offense and knows where to go with the ball.
Good man coverage.
The Eagles will begin from just outside their 20-yard line. First down pass.
Miles Sanders got to
looking
catch
for
that,
Miles
man.
Sanders, and already
Damn, help your quarterback.
Playing a role for both of
Take
these
the damn gloves
offenses.
off. You know it's wet out
As
there.
we take a look at the
Take the
offensive
gloves
starters,
off.
one injury note for the Eagles. No Boston Scott today. Usually their number 2 running back. He's dealing with a rib injury. And how about this offensive line? You can make a pretty strong case that they are the best offensive front in the NFL.
Yeah, I think there's no question. So big, and I think today's a game where they look like last
They
year.
definitely got the
running
best
ball
O-line,
with
one of the best
weather,
O-lines in the
taking
league.
advantage of their size against this fast defense.
On 2nd and 10, Sanders to the ground.
Good run. Good run.
by
8-yard gain.
Sanders.
Good run.
Close to the 30-yard line. Andre Cisco on the
3rd and
tackle.
short.
It's a
You
run of
take
9.
that.
This
3rd
is
and
what I
1.
think you're going to see from Philly today because Jacksonville's such a fast defense. You're going to take advantage of their speed by hitting screens, cutbacks, bootlegs, take advantage of what Jacksonville does well, getting to the ball by using it against them. An excellent play call.
See what Hurts
3rd
is
and
looking
1.
at with this Jacksonville
Run the
defense.
football.
3rd and
Don't
1.
get goofy.
Hurts has been so good on 3rd downs this season.
Wow.
The
That's,
Sanders boy,
oh.
stoned initially, but that second effort
yeah, 3rd
will
and
get
4th
Philadelphia
and
the
short.
first down.
Half yard.
No official signal yet.
I think it's really close, Spiro. This
Nah,
might be
he
a
didn't
hair
get there.
short.
He a little
Not a
short.
favorable spot, and he didn't get there.
Yeah, he a little short.
These teams
Kick the
early
ball.
have been very aggressive on 4th down.
Kick the ball.
The Eagles are 4 for 6 on 4th down offensively.
Oh, he got it.
Okay.
Okay.
They need the 31.
You take that.
Hurts on
He got
the
like 3
keeper.
yards for the damn QB sneak.
And a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, when you got a guy like Jason Kelsey at center, who's I think still the best center in the NFL, and then you have a strong, physical, running quarterback like Jalen Hurts. You know, everybody talks about 600-pound squats that he can do. You feel comfortable running, even from your own 30-yard line, going up there and running the quarterback sneak, getting the first down.
It was risky though, but it paid off.
So Hurts with a run of 3 moves the sticks. And
They
gets
in
the
man
Eagles a
coverage,
fresh set
too.
of downs. First and 10 from their own
False
33-yard line. This play whistle dead. There to be some movement pre-snap. We'll
False
check the
start.
call here from Sean Hockley, our referee here in Philly.
Before the snap, false start. Offense number 3. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
And Zach Pascal.
Penalties, man. The
whistle
joints
for
will
the
kill you.
false start penalty. So that'll mark Nick Sirianni's offense back. It'll be 1st and 15. Jay, how about this Jacksonville defense? You mentioned those Jacksonville defensive units from a couple of years ago. Last year was a struggle. This has been incredible so far from them.
Trayvon
Mike Caldwell's done a
Walker.
really good job. They're aggressive. They're
Devin
versatile.
Lloyd.
They're fast. They have size and length. Not big size, but height-wise size.
It's gonna
Here
be
you
a
see
screen.
empty. This is what we've seen a lot, and they've been very
gonna be a
successful out of
screen.
empty. You got 4 wide up top.
Or QB sneak. That screen.
Hurts to the air. First down pass goes to
Green.
the tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Saw that
He has
coming.
been one of the premier tight ends so far early part of the season. They pick up 8. And Rayshon Jenkins on
2nd
the
and
tackle
7. That's a
for
good play.
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I knew the
little
screen was coming.
Here. A lot of empty early on this year from the Eagles offense. Hurts has been really effective, 17 for 20, 197 yards, and a touchdown out of empty.
Play
Eagles
action.
playing with pace. Hurts faking the handoff, the pass, bad into the
Interception,
air, and it's
man.
picked off.
God mercy.
Intercepted by Cisco. Cisco still going inside the 20. Cisco
Wow.
is going to score.
Wow.
Pick 6 for
Wow.
Jacksonville.
Can't squeeze that in there, man. It's too wet for that. Damn. It's too wet for that. Try to squeeze those
And
in
the
there.
Jacksonville Jaguars in the rain here in Philly, making their early statement.
That's a bad
I
job,
talked
man.
about the good decision making that Hurts has done throughout the game. He's going to try to get it to Pascal, but it's late.
Yeah.
And it's a poor
He tried
decision.
to squeeze it in there.
You see two defenders converge,
Yeah,
and then
you
Cisco
can't do that.
is the beneficiary. And that's what this Jacksonville defense, they lead the league in interceptions. That's their 7th interception of the year.
Crazy.
What a start for this defense.
Crazy. All right.
59 yards on the
Jaguars with the pick 6. Jaguars with the pick 6. They up 7-0. All right, so the defense look like they legit. And they definitely gonna throw a little something different at you. They've definitely been going man coverage, so the receivers got to go ahead and win their battles. I know it's wet. Jalen Hurts got to do a better job with getting the ball there early because it's wet. The receivers got to take off their gloves. They got to play regular street football, man. No gloves, no nothing. Catch the ball with your hands. But so we'll see if they can bounce back. See if they can bounce back. The Eagles definitely need to go ahead and get back to running the football though, because the run was definitely working. And it's wide open, especially when you're running that read option. Man, you can't. What you don't need in this game is for it to become a shootout. And you need Jalen Hurts to throw the ball 30, 35 times, especially in the rain. Because it's raining and it's windy out here. When I went to the barbershop earlier today, man, it was cold and it was raining. And like they said, it was raining sideways. So we definitely don't need no foolishness going on. Run the football, play smart football, play good defense, and force the Jaguars to turn the ball over. But a little rough start. So we'll see what happens once they come back. Let me know in the chat what your predictions are for this game. Yeah, let me know in the chat what the predictions are for this game. Like I said, I got the Eagles 28-24, but it ain't looking like we off to a good start right now. The past game, especially for today, is not going to be high flying like it was in weeks past. Just because of the weather and nothing else. You got to play smart football. You got to play tough. And look like the Jaguars is going to actually play man coverage, which would be interesting to see.
A number of cancers early. Remind your loved ones to take the next step and find out where to get screened. You can visit NFL.com/crucial-catch or
Jaguars up 7-0. Pick 6 by Jalen Hurts.
Screening center and additional screening resources.
Tried to squeeze that ball in there, man. Can't do that, especially when it's raining.
In 24 games. Have to go all the way back to December of 2020. Already turning this game on its head. Jalen Hurts thinking about it. Andre Cisco, 59-yard pick 6 to get the Jags our first points.
They only had 7 interceptions all year last year. They have 7 already.
The short sweep kick.
Bubby will field the short kick right around his 5-yard line. Out across the 20. Bubby looking for a seam.
29-yard line. Good return.
Just shy of the 30-yard line. A return of 23. Boy, to make
all right, let's see something Hurts.
Even worse for Philly. Keep your eye on Jordan Mailata. Their 5th-year left tackle lunging at Cisco at the end of that play.
He might have broke his.
Was examined in the medical tent.
He might have broke his arm.
It looks like they're going to take him into the locker room to take a closer look.
And you worry about those shoulders when you dive like that. He's so physically imposing, 6'8", 365, such a big dude. That can impact a lot of what you want to do, especially in the run game. Driscoll coming in. Wow, that play was so hurtful for this Eagles offense.
Driscoll, the 30-year backup tackle.
Let's go, Miles Sanders.
4th-round pick.
This dude, man. Loss of a yard.
So Sanders,
2nd and 11.
Much room to maneuver. Roy Robertson-Harris, I beg your pardon, on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard, but that early mistake aside, Hurts, who's avoided the big mistakes.
Yeah.
His numbers, you could put them up with any quarterback.
Yeah, he hasn't made too many mistakes.
Got into the playoffs his first year as a starter, but really they became a running team in the second half. This year it's been
2nd and 11.
Hitting the big plays. Played really well.
Let me know in the chat what the game audio sound like too.
Make accurate throws.
Good pass to the running back.
Crosser over the middle. This
Good
is
pass.
Sanders.
Good run,
Some
Miles.
room, finding
First
daylight,
down, good
finally
run.
forced out of bounds. That's a first down on the catch and run.
Dump it right off to your running
Sanders, who
back.
continues to be one of the more underrated backs in the NFL, a pickup of 16.
Yeah, really good job by Sanders. Jalen reading it,
Good
finding
read.
Sanders, and watch him run away from Oluokun, who's been so good for this Jacksonville team. Such a big pickup and has speed, but you can see how fast Sanders in. A guy that I asked last night, Nick Sirianni, yesterday when we talked to him, if you get Sanders more involved in that screen game, and he kind of just smiled at me.
This is where Hurts is so dangerous. Everyone covered
Little
down the
scramble,
field, but they cover
3-4
him
yard
well.
gain. Take that.
As Oluokun was there shadowing him, and that was one of the things that Mike Caldwell, the defensive coordinator, touched on in our conversation yesterday, having someone on Hurts every single play.
He said we're not going to have a spy per se, but we're going to keep eyes on him, and we have to understand where he is, keep him in the pocket. You know, I go back to when Mike Caldwell was a player for these Eagles teams with Jim Johnson. Nobody did a better job against Michael Vick
Second
than
and
Jim
6.
Johnson did, and what they did was just keep him in the pocket, make him play from the pocket. I think you can see that from Mike Caldwell and his defense today.
This is Hurts faking to Kenneth Gainwell, keeps it
3rd and
himself.
7.
Caldwell, of course,
He tried to keep it.
played here. Played that
Really
one
want to
year
know where
with
to
Doug
go. He
Pederson was
swallowed
the
that. He
backup,
swallowed that up.
1999. Actually, Andy Reid's first year as the head coach. Coached here. Was on multiple staffs over the years. What a player he was for this franchise.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. A lot of unique looks up front when you get to
Oh, he was
third
in
and long,
Philly
these
for a
kind of
little bit.
situations. You're
The
mostly
defensive
gonna
coordinator
see
for the
man, and I think
Jaguars.
they're going to see a lot of pressure today on Jalen Hurts.
Definitely going to be in man coverage. Definitely going to be in man coverage.
Here come the Jags giving chase on 3rd and 7. Hurts throwing and a
Good
run. It's batted
defense.
down.
Good defense.
Beautifully done by the back end. That's Jacksonville's Rayshawn Jenkins.
You got to take the gloves off
There's
when
a
you're playing in the
terrific
rain, man.
recovery, and they're going to force a punt.
Both of these coordinators are going to try to change looks post-snap. They were showing Jalen
Man
Hurts
coverage.
cover one with the safety,
Yeah,
came
exactly.
down right at the snap, and then able to rotate and not allow
The pass was late,
Jalen
too.
Hurts to find his receiver and make the plays. What a start for this Jacksonville defense.
Jags, by the way, also getting Shaquille Griffin back today. Griffin didn't play last week, was a late scratch with that hip injury.
Good punt.
Aaron Sipos
In
with
the
the
end zone.
punt, unable
Touchback.
to keep that out of the end zone.
He struggled with that last week. 2 punts into the end zone, another one today. You got to take advantage of that as a punter.
All right, so Eagles with about 2 first downs on that drive, but got stagnant. With Hurts, he got to get the ball there a tad bit earlier. He a little bit late today. But that's just because it's raining, He don't have a rocket of an arm, so he got to throw with anticipation. Because Devontae Smith was definitely open. But once the ball got there late, D-back was able to go ahead and make a play and knock it down. So 7-0 Jaguars. We'll see if the Eagles defense can go ahead and get them the ball back real quick. First time the Jaguars was on the field, it was a 3-and-out. So now they got the lead. They can probably open it up a little bit more. So definitely expect a lot more play action from the Jaguars this drive. Checking out my fantasy team right now. Let me see what's going on around the league so far. All right, so we got Ravens over the Bills 7-3, Cowboys over the Commanders 3-0, Seahawks over the Lions 7-0, Chargers over the Texans 7-0, Titans over the Colts 7-0. The Lions just scored, so 7 up.
Is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The fully electric Audi e-tron family. And by New Balance. We got now.
You know, crazy to think that Super Bowl championship run was almost 5 years ago for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep,
They will forever be
2017.
reminded of that run. The statue, the Philly special outside the link. And Doug Pederson still owns a home here. He and his wife Jeannie have been back a couple of times, but this is his first official
Let's see something
return.
defense.
Got the standing ovation.
Let's see something
Positive cheers
defense.
as he walked onto the field.
Offense needs your help right now.
And a good fast start for the Jags. They go back to the ground game
Good
with
run.
Robinson out
Good
across
run.
the
Take that. Good
25-yard
run.
line. But Pederson, 5 years as the coach, of course, played here one season, backup quarterback for Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb. He said he needed the year away, had to get out of Philadelphia, unwound all the family situation that he had. Lost his brother Craig, that tragic battle with cancer last October.
I ain't know that.
His oldest son got married. He had a grandson that was born. Really
Second
used
and
that time
3.
to be with his family.
Lost right.
And boy, what a
Lost.
decision
They
it's
lost
turned
of
out
a
to be,
yard.
not only for the Jags, but for Pederson to
Loss
come
of
back
yard.
with his franchise.
Defense.
Spiro,
Defense.
I
Stop
really
that.
believe he was the perfect antidote to Urban Meyer. You know, a guy who's going to come in as a player's coach, but really instill discipline as well, but do it in a way where players love it. They respond to it because they know that he cares about you, and really create an atmosphere where the coaches know that he cares about them. The players know he cares about the players and the coaches. And then they go out there and they just try to execute.
3rd and 4. Let's see something
really see it in the
defense.
communication. You heard it from those players. Every guy who came in, even the coaches we talked to.
3rd and 4.
What does Pederson dial up here on 3rd and 4? Lawrence going to sling it.
Good pass.
Inside, it's caught.
Good pass.
Wide
Damn,
open
Trevor
is
Lawrence.
Jamal
Good pass.
Agnew. What a pass by
And that's a
Lawrence.
good pass.
Perfectly placed. They pick up
Damn.
24, first down.
Just keep an eye right here
That
on
pass
the
was
inside of
pretty.
the slot. If you're going to have Jamal Agnew,
Did y'all
out
see
there,
that
you wanna
pass,
use him in
man?
the slot, but go with
Man,
the
that pass
trips.
was pretty.
Find a way to get him right in front of the safety, behind the corners. Excellent
That was a
throw by
breakdown
Trevor
on
Lawrence.
defense, too.
Great play design and execution.
No Zay Jones today for Jacksonville. He's scratched with an ankle injury, and so Agnew, who had just 2 catches on the season and played only 21 offensive snaps, makes a big early play. First
Play
and
action.
10. Lawrence throws out, throws in the run, completes. This is Dan Arnold, the tight end.
Man,
And
knew that play
Jacksonville
action was
has
gonna
some
happen.
offensive
I knew it was
momentum going.
coming.
Forced out of bounds by Josiah Scott. It's a pickup of 26. Let's go downstairs to Aditi.
Spiro, I have 2 injury updates for you from the Eagles. Darius Slay is questionable with a forearm, and
Oh
as you
my
mentioned,
God.
Jordan Mailata was taken to the locker room. He's also questionable with a shoulder.
Tough start continues, Aditi, for the Eagles.
And Darius,
Right
a
on this
forearm
defense on its
injury.
heels as Robinson
Come
tackled
on,
down close to
man.
the 20.
Yeah, brutal start. Darius Slay's been playing so well. The Pro Bowler from last year. Opposing passer rate of only 29.3, and you just figured with Bradbury and Slay, they can be so aggressive up front because you trust those corners. Certainly going to have an impact on this game.
So McPherson stepping in for Slay.
2nd and
At least
5.
At the moment. 2nd and 5. Robinson.
Good run.
Robinson finding
Oh,
some
he
daylight.
fumbled.
Football is loose. Looks like Jacksonville has
Christian Kirk
recovered.
picked it up.
And it appears to be Christian Kirk. Boy, he was Johnny on the spot for the Jags.
Yo, he
Yeah,
was literally
something
right
James
there.
Robinson doesn't do very often. Fumble the ball.
They're going to pull him for that
You're
one.
going to see an excellent job by that
They
left
gonna
side
pull
of the
him for that
offensive
one.
line. James Robinson getting into the next level and then coming from behind.
You got to use 2
What a
hands, man.
play.
Especially when
Getting
it's
on at
wet.
Patrick Johnson from behind and tomahawk chopping that ball out.
You gotta hold on to the ball when it's wet.
Turns into a 17-yard run and sets up Jacksonville with a 1st and goal,
Empty
trying to
set.
build on a 7-0
They still got
lead.
him in the game after that fumble. We got to get the
Robinson.
ball start, too.
And a good push by that vaunted Philadelphia defensive front. Just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage as Robinson actually loses a yard. Josh Sweat, who has been lights out on the tackle.
Jacksonville struggled in the red zone. That's the one thing they haven't done well. You know, you saw last week 3 short field goals. When you get in situations like this against an excellent team like the Eagles, you got an opportunity to go up 2 scores. You got to find a way to get in the end zone. You figure, you know, Doug Pederson with his creativity and architecture offensively would be really good in the red zone.
Second to goal from the 4.
Clock running now inside of 4 minutes left in the quarter.
Open. Wide open. Wide open. Agnew.
Touchdown.
Wow.
And how about this start from
Good play
Jacksonville?
call, man. Damn good play call.
Beautiful play designed by
Yeah,
Doug Pederson.
that was a good play call.
You see Jamal Agnew in motion, come back into the backfield. There he is in the backfield.
Exactly.
Right there, and he's just going to go
And get right back
outside.
out.
It came from the outside, came in.
Right
the
back
Eagles
out.
confused, not able to get over there on time.
That's a damn good play call,
That
man.
was C.J. Gardner-Johnson coming into the middle, not able to get out, and Agnew getting an easy touchdown.
This is an Eagles defense that had given up 15 total points over the last 2 weeks. And right now they're in a 14-point hole. Lawrence to Agnew.
That boy Lawrence Taylor is just solid. I mean, Lawrence Taylor. Trevor Lawrence, he is a solid quarterback, man. He is just solid. Jaguars up 14-0. Y'all heard the injury to Darius Slay, forearm injury. He may or may not come back. They got the undrafted rookie out there from Alabama. Hey, man, that's Doug Pederson, man. We know he can draw up a play, especially in the red zone. So it was definitely a damn good play. Damn good play. So, you know, it's up to Jalen Hurts now, man. This is probably like the first time they actually went through some adversity on the field, especially during this season. So we'll see what they can do. We'll see what the Eagles offense is made of. You got some pressure on you. You down 14 points. They showing you man coverage. It's raining. So the passes got to be on point. You got to throw with some velocity. You got to throw with some anticipation. So, this is definitely a good test for Jalen Hurts. So we'll see how he makes out, with this next drive. But they got to establish the run. You got to keep running the football. Don't abandon the run yet.
Well, I tell you what, Doug Pederson may want to work that man into their offense a little bit more. What a start for Agnew. Inside the NFL, the show the pros watch Tuesdays, streaming exclusively on Paramount+. Agnew had the big 24-yard first down catch and then a touchdown reception from Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, running backs look good for Jacksonville.
59-yard pick six. And that's where we sit here in rainy Philly, 14-0 Jacksonville. Britton Covey out across the 20-yard line. And that is where Jalen Hurts and his Eagles.
All right, Jalen, here you go. Let me see something.
Inherited the 4-win team from Doug Pederson prior to last year. Had that really ragged start, 2-5, then 5-7. They recalibrated the offense, Jay, before they reeled off wins in 7 of their final 9 to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, you go back and you look, they were the #1 team last year in the NFL in explosive plays, mostly, though, from the running game, the best rushing offense in the NFL, really creative way. And I think Nick Sirianni showed a lot of humility, allowing Shane Steichen to become the play caller, really focusing on his role as a head coach.
Yeah,
a bit of a high snap fielded by Hurts, throwing on the run.
Good pass.
He completes. This is A.J. Brown on his
A.J.
first
Brown,
catch.
good pass.
What a lethal combination those two have been. Really close friends, a bond that they have forged off the field over the last couple of years. Tackled by Griffin. It's a pickup of 31.
Yeah, he's just so physically imposing.
He's going to hurry up.
In the slot. When he runs those slant routes, just such a load to bring down.
Here's Sanders.
Come on, Sanders. Damn, man.
So
Turn
up
up.
that time by Oluokun. As we go back to that last sequence for the Eagles.
Well, he just came all the way across the field. Jalen Hurts buying time and allowing him to run across the field. These are matchups, both Brown and Devontae Smith. I thought coming into this game they had big advantage matching up against this secondary for Jacksonville. And you wonder just if this wind and the rain will negate their big play
All right,
abilities.
second and 10. It's a quarterback draw.
Eagles' #1 offensive team in terms of yards.
Oh,
per
got
game.
smashed. Goodness gracious.
Devontae
He
Smith
put him in a bad spot.
on
Can't
the
do that to a
catch.
receiver,
And
man.
it was interesting to hear Nick
good
Sirianni
catch,
talk
though.
about the decision
3rd and
to
5.
relinquish play calling. Obviously, still very much involved with
Damn,
Shane
Tennessee
Steichen,
going
but
crazy.
he says you can't have an ego. Son of a
14-0
coach,
over
learned it from his
Indianapolis.
pop. He said the first moment that your players realize
3rd
you
and
got an
5.
ego as the top guy, you're in trouble.
Yeah, Spear, right here, 3rd down from just outside your 40. I think you're in 2-down territory right now. And if you're Nick Sirianni,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
when
you
you
can't
can
kick
tell
the field goal.
Shane, hey, we're going to go for it here. If we don't get it, you got 2 plays.
This is Sanders.
All right,
leans
4th down.
forward,
4th
close to
and
the 40-yard
4th
line,
and
so
3.
well short, about 3 yards. Oluokun again with the tackle.
No hesitation about going for it. And I think that communication probably happened. That play call leads me to believe that's exactly what they said.
Yeah.
We have 2 plays here to go for it. You can run the ball if you want. Do a zone read.
All right,
Go
4th
back to
down.
empty. See, this defines things now for Jalen Hurts. He can see the defense a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
They've given up 0
They in man
pressures out of
coverage.
empty, been really effective with it.
They in man coverage.
See what the Eagles have done on 4th down so far this
Remember, you
season.
don't have Milan up there at left tackle.
Hurts feels the push from that spot. Here they come. Hurts hit just on the release, and it's incomplete. Jay, you mentioned it. That's exactly where the pressure came from. Walker and Allen.
They
lead
going
the
man
charge for the
coverage.
Jags.
They're just so tough.
They
when you
challenging
don't
the
have that left
receivers.
tackle. A really good physical blitz, just bowling them in and then coming off and getting pressure, not allowing Hurts to find something downfield. Excellent
Good
stop
defense
for
by the
Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Tough for this Eagles team.
Good defense by the Jaguars.
Turnover on downs. And this thing going from bad to worse quickly for the Eagles.
Research shows that people.
Hey man, this is football. You got to get through that stuff. They going man coverage. They in man coverage. They putting hands on receivers. They're not letting the receivers run free. So one of the receivers got to make a play, especially AJ Brown. This is what you get paid for. You in man coverage. One safety high. You got to win your battle. You got to win your battle. They're not going to let the Eagles receivers just go not untouched. So, the Eagles got to make an adjustment. And their receivers got to win. Yeah, the receivers, they gotta win the game. They gotta win a matchup. So, it ain't looking good. You gotta get the ball back for your offense, defense. The defense gotta get the ball back for Jalen Hurts and them to work. Because you can't go down 3 possessions. You cannot go down 3 possessions in the rain. Because then you make the Eagles pretty much one-dimensional.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. And by Subway. Try the Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible subs.
It's one of the great fan bases in the NFL, no doubt. But, haven't had much to cheer about.
All right, 1st and
How
10
about
from the
this start
40.
by the Jacksonville
The Jaguars 40.
14-0. Final minute and change of this first quarter.
Good run.
Travis Etienne,
5-yard run.
and that devastating Liz Frank injury preseason last year washed away his rookie season. It's his first take. As the final seconds
Second and
come off the
5.
clock, here's Doug Pederson making his emotional return here to Philly. What does he dial up here, trying to keep this offensive momentum going?
Well, this offense is all about timing. Trevor Lawrence has played with accuracy, on time, and in rhythm throughout this season, especially the last 2 games.
See if this is the final play of the quarter, near side.
Good run.
Agnew, where he's been a workhorse for them so far already. Agnew, another little burst. Boy, how good has he been? Finally forced out of bounds by T.J. Edwards.
Man,
Good
the
patience, too.
Spiro.
Good
Agnew
patience.
there. Watch after he catches this ball. He's going to get the ball and then not go
Wait for his
right away.
O-lineman to
Wait
come
for
out.
his
Yep.
offensive line to get out there and
Yep.
get the block, knock
Good
Bradbury
patience.
down, pancake him, and then get up the field. Just an excellent job by Jamal Agnew having the patience to let that play develop and let your offensive line to get in front of you. And I mean, the perfect start for this Jacksonville team.
Boy, the Jaguars went to L.A., dismantled the Chargers last week. They're showing people around the NFL that this young team is very much legit. Up 14 in Philly on CBS.
A Corona and palm tree.
All right, so that's the end of the first quarter. Jacksonville up 14-0. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. Doug Pederson is calling a spectacular game. Spectacular game. He really out coaching Nick Sirianni at this point. He out coaching him. Man. This play calling, Doug Pederson play calling right now is flawless. It is flawless. Fantasy teams not doing bad too so far. What the heck? Yeah, my fantasy team's not doing too bad so far. Here we go. We back.
Now, rain continues to come down here in Philly. And how about this start by Jacksonville? Taking on the Eagles, lone remaining undefeated team so far in the NFL. So the pick 6 by Cisco and then the Jamal Agnew touchdown catch. How impressed have you been with the start?
Well, so impressed for Doug Pederson. He's exactly what he dreamed up coming back here. It's so important as a former player, former head coach to come back to where you were so successful, and you just hope it goes well. And for the Eagles, they got to find a way to get stopped right now. Don't allow Jacksonville to go down and get a 21-0 lead.
Yo, you better not. You better not.
1st and 10 after the Agnew catch.
Play action.
Just outside that Eagles 40
He going
line.
deep.
Puts his back into it.
Oh, he overshot him. He was open,
Again,
though.
it was Agnew.
He was open, though.
As Lawrence almost
overshot him.
exclusively now looking in his direction.
Yeah, watch Jamal Agnew outside, which he's going to go stop and go. And this should have been a touchdown. They haven't hit big plays this year. It's been long, sustained drive.
Damn, they had it.
Double move. Get
He
the
had
safety
it.
to bite, the corner to bite.
He had it. He overshot
too
him.
far for Trevor Lawrence.
He had to
That
get
was
rid
a
of it,
big
though.
one that
He's
was
about
there
to
to
get
be had.
smashed. Good play call, though.
Agnew's going to get a breather here. on 2nd and 10. And in motion is Hasty
football
for the Jags. Lawrence, quick drop, fires far side. This is Hasty. And it's his first touch. And that's
3rd and 3.
Look for reasons
3rd
why
and
Lawrence
3
has been more successful. Quick release. He has been really one of the quicker quarterbacks in that regard so far this season.
4th fastest in the NFL, something he struggled with last year. First thing that Doug Pederson did was shorten his stride. We talked about that last night, so that the pressure didn't impact him. That allows him to be more accurate, and then getting through progressions quicker so you can get the ball to the right receiver. You can see the impact that Doug Pederson has on Trevor Lawrence and his development.
Lawrence, little misdirection. This is ETN, and the Eagles.
What kind of play call was that? They ain't get fooled by that.
Beautifully, Josh
Take the field goal.
How good has he been for the Eagles so far this season?
Yeah, he's been excellent. The former pro.
I mean, I like the play call. It was a little funky, though.
Had a chance to really knock him back. They might have had to punt then. I think they're going to go for it now here, though, Spiro. You'd have a 50-plus yard field goal. We watched Patterson in warm-ups. He really struggled this
4th
way
and 3.
over 50 yards. And so because of the wind and the rain, that's one of the reasons they're going for this. And Doug Pederson, he's been aggressive already on 4th downs.
4th and 3.
4th downs.
Let me see something, Doug. Let me see what you got,
It
Doug.
would be about a 52-yard kick from here. Lawrence feeling the push. Football is loose.
Damn, he fumbled it.
Who's got it?
Man, Trevor Lawrence fumbled it, going out the
Eagles
pocket.
football. That'll give him a couple of more yards.
Wow, good stop. That's a good
Fletcher
stop.
Cox, who had a couple of sacks last week, able to get there for the Eagles.
That ball just kind of
loose.
Yeah, it slipped out his hand.
I can't get it.
Yeah. All right, so Eagles catch a break. Eagles defense come up big with the stop. Turnover on down. So it's time for this offense to get going. Oh, Austin Eckler scored for me. I'll take that. I'm hoping Lamar Jackson have a big day today. I definitely needed to for my fantasy football team. Oh, they must have kicked the field goal. Yeah, they sure did.
There's your score, 14-0. Trevor Lawrence with a fumble. Looked like it just slipped out of his hands. Fletcher Cox on the recovery.
Yeah, that's all that happened. Just slipped
Gives
out.
the Eagles a couple of more
Can't
yards.
do nothing about that.
Turnover on downs.
All right,
What would have been
first
before
and
that
10.
turnover by Lawrence. Early stages, second quarter. Hurts
Wow,
goes underneath.
another
This is
screen.
Kenneth Gainwell again.
2-yard loss.
Him moving up the depth chart today with the absence of Boston Scott. Take us back to that last play.
Well, they went for a big play. Tried to get Christian Kirk free. Kind of a double move, go outside and go up. Good job by the Eagles, but I just want you to look right here. Look at Tim Jones, how wide
he
open
right
he
there.
is for the first down.
He
And
had
Trevor
fumbled
Lawrence
already.
Doesn't fumble that ball.
Yeah, he was
Ball
open.
slips out with the rain and a big stop for that Eagles defense.
Yeah.
You know, Didi just mentioned the rain is starting to pick up. It's been raining here for the better part of 48 hours. With those wind gusts right around 17 miles per hour.
Really no shots down the field for this Eagles offense.
Hurts flushed out of the pocket. Everyone covered initially. Low
Terrible
pass,
pass,
and it's
man.
incomplete. There's a penalty marker thrown. As Hurts trying to battle the conditions here. Zach Pascal was the intended
Either
target.
defensive hold in the secondary.
And here is Sean Hockley.
Yeah.
Holding. Defense number 26.
Yep.
This is a 5-yard penalty.
First
and
down.
automatic. First down.
Jack Griffin.
Right up top. Shaq Griffin.
Yeah, he was,
Kind of grabbed
I
him
don't
there.
know
That's
about
kind of
that one.
ticky-tacky call.
I don't know about that.
I'm sure Mike Caldwell would agree with that sentiment. The Eagles, if that can spur this offense, 1st and 10 after the penalty. From right around the 45-yard line. Hurts high pass, hits the seam, it's caught.
He leaving his guys
Big
exposed, though, man.
reception
He
by
got to bring it
A.J.
down.
Brown. That's his second catch. It's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
Spiro, those are the kind of plays, I think, in this kind of weather that you can make in the passing game. The
Yeah.
quick hitters, slants, utilizing A.J. Brown because he's so strong with the ball, catching it, and then being able to break tackles and make plays after he catches the ball. Quickly get it, hit those slants where there's not a
1st
lot of
and
air on
10
the ball.
from the 31.
The wind and the rain
I'm sorry, for the 36.
can't impact it as much.
Hurts again, feeling the pressure, dumps it off. This is Goddard. Goddard inside the 20. Finally forced out of bounds, just shy of the 10. Forced out
The
by
screen, another
Jenkins.
screen.
Big pass play.
Good game.
Goddard, a pickup of 26.
Yeah, I really like this play. I talked about watch the action going this way and then bringing back the screen to Goddard, fakes like he's going to block, and then get it out. What I said at the beginning, using the speed of Jacksonville's defense against them with those screens.
1st and goal from the 10. Boy, Hurts sold
Good
that
move.
thing. Well, Brown
Good
on the
move.
catch,
Good move,
and
AJ.
he's in.
Good move.
Touchdown.
Up. Might be holding.
There is a penalty marker thrown
Might be holding.
right around the 6-yard line. We'll check the call here from Hockley.
It might be holding.
I wonder if this is going to be a legal man downfield. Had a few of them earlier in the season.
Might be illegal man downfield. I don't know what it is about these plays with the Eagles, man, but they've been having this problem.
Before the pass was thrown, pass interference, blocking downfield, offense number 88. This is a
Damn,
10-yard
Dallas Goddard,
penalty.
man.
Replay first down.
Damn, Dallas
That's
Goddard.
Goddard.
We've seen these plays called throughout the season. Watch Goddard.
You can't touch him until you pass it.
He can't go more than a yard downfield and then start blocking. Because he engages right there, they call the penalty.
Yeah.
If he doesn't engage, if he just turns around and blocks like with his butt, like you're blocking out in basketball, and acts like he's catching it, that's okay. But engaging, they see that engagement, and they call the penalty.
Yeah, I guess it's the rule.
Wipes away the
It's
10-yard
stupid.
touchdown
I guess it's
catch
the
by
rule.
Brown. Pushes them all the way back out to the 20-yard line.
Come on, another 2-yard loss
That
with these
changes the
runs.
dynamic.
Miles Sanders got to learn how to
Time here
lower
for
his shoulder
Jacksonville's
and go
defense.
forward.
Oluokun was there as Sanders loses a yard.
Well, I think you keep going to A.J. Brown. I think he's a matchup problem, and I think Hurts can make those throws. So a lot of success on
Yeah,
this
all you got to
drive
do is get in
already.
the damn
And I
vicinity.
think you
Of
find
course
ways
he
to
can make the
continue
damn
to go
throw.
back to him.
Big week for A.J. Brown. Was away from the team a little bit. His wife giving birth to their second child. His girlfriend, a baby boy named A.J. Jr. Congratulations.
2nd and goal
AJ
from
and
the
his
22.
On 2nd and goal now. Pass is caught.
Short game.
Devontae Smith, but Jacksonville has been smothering with this defense. Devin Lloyd. It's a pickup of 5 for Philadelphia. 3rd and goal.
Yeah,
All right,
here, you're
3rd
trying
and
to find a
goal.
way
Let me
to get
see
this ball
something.
in the end zone. You'd like to find one of your playmakers, get them in a matchup that you like. They're going into the wind here.
3rd and goal
Really
from
a
the
swirly
16.
wind, whether it's anecdotally talking to quarterbacks or
Let's
even
throw it
if
to
you look at
AJ
data,
Green, man.
that wind gets about 15 miles an hour 17 miles an hour when we started the game. That's when it really has an impact on
He
quarterbacks.
definitely going in the end zone.
Big 3rd and goal here for the
I'll tell you that
Eagles.
now.
They snap it just outside the 16. Hurts gonna run it inside the 10, inside the 5, tackled right around the 3-yard line.
4th and goal at the
4th
3.
and goal. Big decision coming up here.
Kick the
Yeah,
field
Nick
goal.
Sirianni.
Big decision for Nick Sirianni.
Kick
I think
the
he's gonna
field goal.
Go for it here. You could kick the field goal. Make sure you get points. Feel good about this drive. But he's decided, hey, we're going to go for it right here.
All right.
Remember, you don't have your big left tackle, Jordan Mailata, right here. This is kind of like a 2-point conversion. You know, the best plays are quarterback draws like we just saw. The worst
Give it
plays,
to AJ in the
statistically, are
slot.
fades. I don't think you'll see something like that.
Give it to
with this
AJ.
weather.
Get in the
AJ
shotgun.
Brown in the slot.
Smith in motion. Hurts on 4th and goal. He's going to run for it. Hurts. Football
damn, he
is
fumbled.
loose.
He
What's
fumbled.
the call here? Now they say touchdown.
Okay, touchdown. Okay. They definitely
The
going to review
officials
it.
say that Hurts broke the plane before it came loose. Devin Lloyd with a
Hurts with
pop,
the QB sneak.
but the Eagles get their first points.
Let's see. Does he get across the goal line before this ball comes up? There's the big hit. He still has the ball. He's reaching across. Excellent job
Okay,
by
nice.
Jalen Hurts to get that touchdown.
Nice
Love the
run.
call with the
Nice
quarterback
run.
draws. So quarterback draws, regular draws.
Nice
by far
run.
the best plays on
You
2-point
take that.
conversions. That's kind of what that was there on 4th down. Love this drive by the Eagles offense.
Besides the penalties, it was
Nick
definitely a good drive.
Sirianni,
Give it to
rolling
AJ
the
Brown,
dice.
man.
point after by Jake Elliott as Hurts gets his 4th rushing touchdown already on the young season. And the Eagles are right back in it.
All right. Jaguars up 14-7. Eagles with a good drive. Capitalized off that turnover. Goodness gracious, he took a shot too. God dang. All right, it's time for the Eagles defense to step back up. Me personally, man, I'd have took them damn 3 points, but I give kudos to Nick Sirianni for having trust in his guys and taking that risk. So that's definitely a good joint. So yeah, defense got to step up now. Defense need a 3 and out. You got to get your team the ball back with good field position before the 2-minute warning, so you can go ahead and at least try to tie it up or knock some of that lead down. Let me know what your fantasy team's looking like today. Yeah, Austin Eckler going crazy over there.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Domino's. Get great deals on pizza, bread twists, chicken, desserts, and more. Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. And by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Impressive touchdown run by Jalen Hurts to get Philadelphia its first points. And the Jags will have it at the 25-yard line. New on CBS, take a ride along through the thrilling streets of East New York. It stars Amanda Warren, Jimmy Smits, and Richard King. From the producers of NYPD Blue comes the new series, East New York. It premieres tonight after The Equalizer here on CBS. Jalen Hurts catching his breath. That was a drive that they desperately needed to cut this lead in half.
14-7 Jaguars.
We saw in production meetings with him.
Wide
Lawrence
receiver
back to the
screen.
air, looking for Kirk. See what the officials rule if that was a forward pass. Now they say incomplete.
Early on the field is an incomplete forward pass.
They could have called that joint a little earlier. Couldn't.
Jay, it was interesting talking to Trevor Lawrence yesterday. Think of everything he had to go through last year, his struggles. Urban Meyer, it was just such a catastrophic year. It's difficult a first year for any young quarterback, as you could imagine. And he mentioned Doug Pederson's emotions, a guy who just maintains his composure as well as any coach, and how impactful that has been in the early stages of their relationship. Looks like we have an injured player here as the Eagles medical athletic trainers come onto the field.
They're killing me with these damn commercials.
To do.
As Russia's war widens, Ukraine's First Lady speaks with 60 Minutes.
I wonder how you express the suffering of your people.
About the toll on her country's citizens. 60 Minutes tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Week 4 continues tonight on NBC and tomorrow on ESPN. Then Week 5 kicks off Thursday night on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile phone with NFL Plus.
There's Trevor Lawrence. We have to remind ourselves he's still only 22 years of age, how good he has looked. And we're just starting to get into the relationship that he's developing with his new head coach, Doug Pederson. And the poise, the composure of Pederson, something he kept repeating in our conversation with him yesterday.
Yeah, Trevor's not making it difficult. He's taking the simple completions. This offense is designed to have answers for the quarterback, and he's hitting those hot routes when they bring pressure. That keeps defenses from blitzing you. You can see Trevor making the adjustments right now at the line.
2nd and 10. Receiver screen.
High pass.
Another
incomplete. One. Right through the hands of Tim Jones.
Another one. Another drop.
Jose Jones today for Jacksonville.
You got to catch the damn football.
Loss. Jones, their leading pass catcher through the first 3 weeks of the season. And so Tim Jones stepping into the void.
Darius Slay has not been out there since he got injured as well. And they came into the game, the Eagles did, without Avonte Maddox. So you had Josiah Scott. You thought you'd take advantage of that if you were Jacksonville. With Christian Kirk in that matchup, haven't seen it yet.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Just trying to get some of it
they
back,
blew this. They blew this drive.
Brandon
They blew this drive.
Has been off the
2
charts
screens back to back, and
back
the receivers dropped.
Injury last season,
both of them.
And they will punt.
Well, very conservative play call there from Jacksonville. I think that had to do with the weather and the conditions. You saw it impact a couple of Trevor's throws and the catch attempts as well, and just making sure that they don't turn the ball over here with a 14-7 lead.
Graham, the NFC Defensive Player of the Week for the first time in his career with those 2.5 sacks last week. Covey watches this one take a little bit of a Jacksonville.
All right,
bounce
here we go.
inside the Philly 30-yard line.
Bringing out. The Eagles did what they needed to do.
Yards on the punt by Logan Cook. Back to Philadelphia in 30 seconds after this from Progressive Insurance.
At Progressive, if you want to protect the homes and autos of those who bundle, you must become a true master. Water damage, fire damage, wind damage.
I'm not getting this metaphor.
Protect the home! Ready?
No.
Are we just cleaning your car? When you can take the ball from my hand, you'll be ready. You were always ready.
Then why'd I do that whole training?
That was mostly for me. Confidence booster.
There's your score, 7-point lead for Jacksonville as we go downstairs to Aditi.
Spiro, it is officially pouring here. You can see the water bouncing off of the trunks on the sidelines. That's why you're seeing the ball slip out of guys' hands.
All right, Aditi, there's some movement pre-snap.
Encroachment on the defense.
Let's see if Foley Fatukasi was drawn off.
Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It is indeed Fatukasi, the former Jet. I tell you what, Aditi is by far the toughest member of this crew.
That's right.
Brave in the wind and rain. But, Jay, this is where the Eagles have made their bones early part of the season. We saw it again last week in Washington. What kind of push do they have in this quarter?
They have been excellent in the second quarter all year, almost 600 yards more than their opponents in the second quarter.
The Eagles keep
Good
on
run,
ground.
Good run, Miles. First down.
On 1st and 5 after the penalty. Oluokun on the tackle. It's a run of 8 and another first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and I like running the ball to that right side. You got Lane Johnson, who's so spectacular, and Sayamalo over there as well. You got a powerful side with Jason Kelce. Without your left tackle, Mailata, in there, I think they start running the ball to that right side a lot more.
1st and 10 from the 42.
1st and 10. Hurts.
Another screen.
Give goes to Goddard.
Another screen.
It's his
I'm about tired of these
target,
damn
so
screens, man. I ain't gonna hold.
Goddard out close to the 50. Tackled by Shaquille Griffin. A pickup of 7. Let's get an NFL Today update. Go to JP in New York.
Hey, Nate, this looks like a mad run. Oh, it sure is. Pitch right to Damian Pierce, and once he hits the sideline,
Keep going.
my man is gone.
Keep going.
75 yards to the
Keep
end
going.
zone. The Texans, they get on the board.
That's a good run.
Still down 21-7. Spiro.
2nd and 3 for the Eagles.
All right, guys, Chargers trying to bounce back after taking one on the chin last week at home from these Jaguars. 2nd and short.
Good run.
Sanders.
Good run, Sanders. Good hold.
Showing that burst inside the Jags 40, close to the 37. And now Philly's starting to pick up some steam. It's a run at 13.
Watch this block. Watch Kelce come up and get to that next level. And then a good job by that offensive line. A little chip by Kelce, and then get to that second level. That's how you get big runs. Jason Kelce, still one of the best centers in the game, if not the best.
Sanders.
Good run. Good run.
So you got to give this offensive line some more love. Lane Johnson hasn't allowed a sack. You have to go all the way back to 2020. He has not allowed a quarterback hit since week 7 of last year.
Unbelievable. You know, Jason Kelce just so consistent, 125 straight starts. And the most in Eagles history is my old roommate, John Runyon, who had 144.
Right now playing without Jordan Mailata, who they're very happy with so far. At left tackle, Sanders is tackled by Trayvon Walker there. So 3rd and 1 as we cross the 6-minute mark now left in the second quarter. Sanders with a pickup of 4.
And you can see
3rd and 1.
This Eagles team probably quarterback sneak here.
QB sneak.
Hurts.
Damn, he's short. Damn, he's short.
Momentum, leading with the shoulders.
Are you not short?
Signal yet.
Oh, first down. Okay, good.
Hockley trying to work his way
First
through
down.
the bodies. First down, Eagles.
First down.
You can see the change in offensive philosophy because of the weather, I think. You know, you look at this team, they have been an explosive team through the air, being very aggressive going down the field. But we talked about all weekend, how would that impact what they tried to do? And you're seeing a much more conservative game plan, running the ball from this Eagles team, hitting screens.
Eagles on the ground. This is Trey Sermon.
Okay.
On his first
Good run.
take.
Good run.
We mentioned no Boston
First and 10.
for the Eagles.
They're moving the ball now. O-line coming alive.
Yeah, nice little run. Come in here, use the speed, and then the cutback. That's utilizing their speed against them. Jacksonville's so good pursuing the ball, but when you hit the cutback, you use it against them.
First touch of the season for Sermon. Hurts.
Who smacked the hell out that damn running back?
Juking ability. Able to evade the first tackler. Tackled finally by Darius Williams to set up a 2nd and 6.
Well, this is why I like Jalen Hurts so much as a quarterback, because when the conditions are good, he's got the weapons at receiver. He can go down the field and beat you through the air and be explosive.
All right, 2nd and 6.
And it's tough sledding. He can put the ball in his
Keep
hands.
running the football.
He can be so dynamic with
It's
the
a
ball.
screen
His
at the
hands are
bottom.
powerful as well.
It's probably the wide receiver
So
screen at the
difficult
bottom.
a quarterback to go against. He's getting better and better every game.
Hurts from the shotgun on 2nd and 6.
I saw that
Sanders.
one. Miles Sanders, touchdown. Touchdown. Miles Sanders. O-line played big. That's good play calling.
With a chance to tie this game.
That's good play calling. Good play calling. That's good work by the O-line, too.
And then you're going to see later on, you're going to see Smith getting into action. There's Kelsey. There's Smith getting a block.
Yep.
Everybody open holes. And Sanders, here he comes. You want your big playmaker
Damn.
receiver. Okay, I'll jump in. I'll put my face in there. Help my running back get in the end zone. Got to love that drive by the Eagles.
That's a good drive. Good play calling by the coach.
Miles Sanders, second
O-line
rushing
definitely came
touchdown of
alive.
the young season and the 11th of his career. And now Jake Elliott with a point after.
14 up.
And we are tied here
14
in
up.
Philadelphia. Eagles #1 rushing.
See, that's what you do.
NFL last season.
That's what you do when it's raining outside, man. And you got your O-line is bigger than the D-line. You got to run the damn football, man. You got to run the football. And the Eagles finally came to their damn senses, man, and said, all right, let's just go ahead and run the football. So that's definitely good play calling, man. You definitely can't go wrong with that. Jacksonville got 3:55 left. So they knowing Doug Pederson, he might just do something a little methodical and try to get downfield. But yeah, man, defense came alive the second quarter. Offense is finally catching the groove in the second quarter. So like I said, I got the Eagles winning 28-24, 14 up. So we'll definitely see what happens once they actually come back from the commercial. Yeah, if anybody in the chat that ain't liked the video yet, go ahead and please like the video for me. I would definitely appreciate it. Definitely trying to grow the channel. Any little small like can help. We bet.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. We will send you to New York. JB, Phil, Nate Boomer, and Coach
It's definitely
Power.
pouring out here. I can hear it from my daggone basement.
Scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. So great to have you with us. Spiro Beatus, Jay Feely, Abidi Kinkabwala working the sidelines for us. Our producer Jason Ross, Chris Fenson, our director. Rest of our CBS crew here in Philadelphia. Well, this past Tuesday, the Eagles kicked off a partnership with Big Brothers Big Sisters Independence and Lincoln Financial Group to help recruit 100 mentors for the regional program. Hassan Reddick, Jordan Mailata, and Nakobe Dean joined bigs, littles, and children on the waiting list.
Is Nakobe Dean playing this year?
Of games and activities.
I haven't heard his name all year.
Love seeing the
all
guys
season.
get out in the community and utilize their platform to try to have a positive impact, Spiro.
So here we go now, back-to-back touchdowns for Philadelphia. 14-0 Jacksonville lead has evaporated out of the Jags respond. Boy, that's a tight window. Lawrence trying to thread the needle to Kirk, and those two have not been able to get on the same page.
Can't do that when it's
How
wet.
does Doug Pederson get this offense now recalibrated?
Well, that's what I thought in the break, that they would come out and try to utilize Kirk. They tried to get him to sit down and just couldn't complete that pass there. But what they've done well this year, they have 9 drives of 10 plays or more. That's the most in the NFL. Their touchdown drive was 8 plays, 80 yards. You have plenty of time, 350, 3 timeouts. You can run your offense and be effective, not try to hit the big plays, just matriculate down the field. Here's Christian Kirk in the slot.
Kirk still looking for his first catch. This is Etienne.
Good run.
Showing some
Good run.
burst with
Take
those
that.
legs.
Good run.
What a loss he was. High draft pick last year. They lose him to the foot injury early in the preseason. Devastating loss for an offense that just didn't have a ton of talent.
Well, I liked what I saw from Travis
Good way
Etienne
to
last
cut it back,
week. He
too.
ran well. He fell forward often. And he showed the explosiveness that you saw at Clemson. You were hopeful that he could get back. You could go quarterback sneak here with Trevor Lawrence like the Eagles have done a couple of times.
Big 3rd and 1.
Oh, he
Lawrence
fumbled.
looked like the football came loose.
He fumbled.
Trying to dive on it. Now Sean Hockley trying to get to the bottom of the
Wow.
pile. And they say
Wow.
no official signal yet. Hassan Reddick.
Wow. What is it?
On the field is a fumble by the offense, recovered by the defense.
Wow.
Philadelphia.
Wow.
Eagles football. A disaster for Jacksonville.
The 3rd fumble today. They came in, Jacksonville did, with only 1 fumble on the year. Watch quarterback center exchange right here. It's a good snap. It
It's
just
Trevor
gets into
Lawrence.
Trevor's hands, and he can't corral it. And then now
It's
a
Trevor
scrap.
Lawrence.
Spiro, you don't want to be on the bottom of one of those piles when that ball's loose.
Trevor Lawrence
Dangerous.
choking. He got small
Ball
hands.
security had not been an issue for the Jags through the first 3 weeks of the season, but of course, far different set of circumstances with the rain and wind.
Yeah, and you think you're doing a quarterback sneak. That's a ball security.
All right, here we
play
go.
call, and you don't get the
Eagles got a
quarterback
chance
center
to go up.
exchange, you
Put
turn
some
it
points on
over
the board
again.
before half.
Second straight drive where Lawrence loses a fumble, and now Hurts has it from the Jacksonville 35. He sells the fake well. Hurts a little cutback to get inside the 35.
Little
close to the
2-yard gain,
33-yard
not too bad.
line. Tackled on the play by Hamilton.
I thought it was really interesting, talking to Nick Sirianni when he said, I have an insane focus, really irrational on ball security. Talks about it, wanted to even take pictures down in the facility if he didn't like their ball security. And, I asked Trevor Lawrence in our meetings yesterday, hey, would you ever wear gloves in the rain? No, I don't like to wear gloves. And, he's just having
He better
trouble
do
holding
something.
on that ball gets slick in the rain.
Second down pass. Hurts to Brown. Inside the
First
25.
down.
Ducks out of bounds.
Yeah,
just short
Brown
of
is
the
balling,
20.
man.
Forced out by Cisco. It's a
Brown
pick
is
up
balling.
of
I guess
13.
they're not putting hands on
And
him
a
no
first
more.
down for the Eagles.
Because he definitely been eating.
That should take us down to the 2-minute warning here. Looks like Philly
Trevor Lawrence
is going to
tripping.
scurry to the line of scrimmage. Eagles have all 3 of their timeouts, so they're in no rush.
All right, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Eagles got the ball back. 14-14. We'll definitely see what happens when they come back. But Trevor Lawrence, he needed to do something. He needed to get that. He needed to put on the glove. He needed to dry his hand. He needed to do something. Because he definitely not helping. He definitely not helping his guys. I ain't doing too good in 2 of my fantasy football leagues, man. I know I'm in 3 of these joints. Yeah, it ain't looking too good. Let me see here, man. Yeah, it ain't looking too good for me.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Tostitos. Bring home the win with everyone's favorite chip and dip. And by the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Another reminder to keep it here. The Verizon halftime report is next. JB and the fellas standing by in New York, which caught up with some interesting scores and highlights around the league. Week number 4 in the NFL. It's all next on the Verizon halftime report. Here's your score. Final 2 minutes. Eagles have all 3 timeouts as they operate 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 21. Jalen Hurts, 10 of 14 for a $127 and that 1 pick. Sanders bouncing to the outside, and he loses his feet.
He slick.
Boy, Dede
Lost
mentioned how
2.
well this field has been draining. They are playing on natural grass here. Just a terrific open field play that time by Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, he probably would give himself a minus, Spiro, because he knows he's got to keep
2nd and 11.
not allow the running back to get outside, but he did a good job recovering, just getting enough for Miles Sanders to get the tackle.
Walker, the number 1 overall pick. Just oozes talent, the young man out of Georgia. 2nd and 11 after Sanders lost a yard. Philly goes right back to the ground game. Sanders inside the 15, close to the 13-yard
Jason
line.
Kelsey hurt.
And they're going to stop the clock here with 1:15 left as Sanders picks up 10.
Yeah, Jacksonville called that timeout. Doug Pederson looking, saying, hey, we want to get this ball back and try to go score before halftime. We're going to use our timeouts right now.
So much respect between these two coaches. It was interesting to hear that Doug Pederson actually reached out to Nick Sirianni after Sirianni was hired here.
Didn't really know each other, yeah. And just the connection with Frank Reich, and he said, hey, it was the right thing to do. I'm going to reach out, I'm going to talk to him, tell him if he needs anything. Hey, I got a house for sale if you want to buy it.
The chess match between those two continues.
All right. 3rd and 2. I thought Kelsey was
Jacksonville
hurt.
defense needs a play right here.
Sanders.
Damn, stopped him.
We need the 11.
Stopped him short.
Devon
4th
Hamilton
and 1.
on the tackle. And that is going to set up a 4th down here as Doug Pederson's going to take his second.
Big play by that defense, Spiro. Big play. I mean, just being aggressive. The front was attacking, getting off the blocks, getting the stop, forcing 4th down.
Now, decision time here. Philly will get the football to start the second half. What do you do if you're Nick Sirianni?
Well, it's 4th and short. You've been successful with that quarterback sneaks and the quarterback drop.
Yeah,
you went for
might as well.
On 4th down with the quarterback.
O-line has been dominating second quarter.
Into this game. I think he's going to continue to be aggressive here.
Just nasty kicking conditions has to be a huge factor. 4th and 1. for the Eagles. Hurts.
He got it.
Getting a little push.
He got it.
And appears to have it, and he does. First down, Philadelphia. And that clock running now inside of 60 seconds.
Yeah, now that Doug Pederson took 2 timeouts really helped you. I mean, you have 3 timeouts if you're Philly.
Yeah.
You'd like to score and not leave any time left on that clock. But whether it's 3rd down and short, 4th and short, they have not been stopped when they've gone with either the quarterback sneak or the quarterback draw.
Long setback is Gainwell. 30 seconds. Hurts near side. It's incomplete. Right through the hands of Gainwell.
2nd and goal.
And that's one that Hurts wants back.
Yeah, he got to bring it down a little bit.
It's a touchdown.
Yeah, he got to bring that down a little
ball
bit.
just kind of sails on him a little bit.
Yep.
In the wind and the rain, the ball gets away from him. I think Gainwell scores if he puts it on him.
Gainwell, second-year player. He's been a 3rd down back. Had a big role for them last year. And now we'll see what.
Probably get back to maybe that
2nd
zone
and
where you
goal.
got A.J. Brown down here at the bottom.
2nd and goal.
Damn, there we go. Another run.
Waltz is in for the touchdown.
Another run. They got another one. The old line is dominating them.
And the Eagles take their first lead.
Old line dominating them.
That's just zone read, like I said. They were going to read that defensive end, watch Kelsey come down here, and the rest of the offensive line, and then you're just reading it. You're just reading it, whether or not you're okay, I give it to my running back, looking at that
Poor
outside,
tackling.
whether it's the defensive lineman or the linebacker. Nice read by Jalen Hurts and an excellent drive. And
21 unanswered
come
points.
roaring back.
Point after.
Oh, he missed,
he missed it.
By
Damn, he
Elliott
missed the field
is
goal.
wide right.
Spiro, that's what you were talking about. The impact of the win having an impact on the decision to go for it.
Back in
20 to 14.
After this.
Philly over the Jaguars.
We decided it's time to put a different kind of power tool in your hands. Store Mode in the Home Depot app gives you in-store tools made to help you get more done. To guide you every step of the way and explore products quickly with the scan. That way you get the top brands at the best prices without missing a beat. It's made for doing. Download the Home Depot app and see how doers get more done.
Let's go back to that missed point after. First one that Jake Elliott has missed this season.
Well, I mean, the Pro Bowl kicker last year, watch this ball as it goes up. It's right down the middle, and then the wind gets it, just takes a dead right turn. That's what you were talking about. You set it up perfectly. You talked about the impact on play calling because of the conditions. You know, and even a short field goal, you're thinking about that. You haven't been stopped on the quarterback sneaks. Good call by Nick Sirianni. They cash it in for the touchdown.
Looks like my golf slice.
I wonder they going to do anything with this.
I don't anymore. Well, the NFL family has come together to support Hurricane Ian recovery efforts in Florida. You can visit NFL.com/auction to bid on authentic and game-worn items and support the American Red Cross's Hurricane Ian relief efforts. You can also visit redcross.org/NFL or text the word Ian to 90999 and make a $10 donation to help those in need. And our thoughts and prayers are with all those folks who have been affected. Just devastating pictures in that part of the country.
It's my home down there.
All right, they can try to do something with it.
Family members had homes affected by that hurricane.
No, they're not.
So final seconds here. Well, Jay, how quickly this game has turned. Jacksonville jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Everything was working their way, but this thing is flipped.
14-0. They take a shot on a double move to Agnew. He's open, and you miss him. You would have gone up 21-0 if you hit that. And then all of a sudden, you fumble the ball in another play. Philly does a great job of coming back and taking advantage of that, and they have a 20-14 lead going into halftime.
Doug Pederson's emotional return back to Philly, and the Eagles looking for a 4th straight win. Halftime in Philly, and our halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Adam, looking what I got.
Is that the new iPhone?
All right, family. So halftime, 2014 Eagles, 20 unanswered points for the Eagles. So they definitely rolling. O-line is dominating. Eagles get the ball back at halftime. So like always, we can go ahead, We can go ahead and take a little 10, 15-minute break for halftime. I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me see here. All right, we back. My bad.
It's a pickup of 22.
My bad.
Really good throw there by Jalen Hurts. When they've gone down the field, it's been to A.J. Brown. He's got 4 receptions for 84 yards. Goddard's got 3 catches, but all 3 of those were on screens.
First and 10.
Hurts get right to business point, loses his footing.
Yeah, he
got
tripped
his
up.
feet tangled up with Driscoll, the left tackle. And a huge
All right, everybody. So I got my
Jags.
mom on the screen. On the stream.
It's a loss of 10.
Assalamualaikum. What's going on? How the season going with Matt here?
Allen to force that play. You see the left tackle, Mailata, on the sidelines, kind of testing it out. He got hurt on that interception return at the beginning of the game. Went into the locker room. We haven't seen him on the field since then.
The Eagles and Aditi reporting it is a shoulder
Second
injury
and
that
20.
he's trying to work his way through. But again, for the moment at least, it is
You see me?
left tackle.
I had to cut that
Such
stuff,
an important
man.
drive
This
for
stuff is getting on my
Jacksonville
daggone
defense. They
nerves.
have 3 touchdowns in a
Play
row.
action.
Need to get
That's
a stop.
holding too.
Boy, Hurts feeling the pressure that time, coming right in his face.
Yeah.
It was Trayvon
I got
Walker
tired of getting up out the bed,
coming with the
having
heat.
hair on the pillow.
And it will be
So I
third and
decided to
20.
cut that stuff.
There's
How
your
the
first half
season going
possessions,
along with
original
Matt here?
3 straight touchdown drives, capitalizing on those Jacksonville turnovers.
Yeah, the fumbles led to the touchdowns and the drives for the Eagles, but they took advantage by coming out, getting the ball first. You knew Jacksonville had to come out. The big play here.
We
to
got
get the
third and
sack.
20.
Then they get pressure. Hurts has to throw it away. Now you have third and long in tough conditions with wind and rain, and you don't feel like Hurts will put this ball in jeopardy at all. Probably keep it
Third
on
and 20. Yeah, they going.
Hurts 11 of 17 for $150. Where does he go here on 3rd and 20? Off the seam, it's caught.
Yeah.
Right around the 47-yard line by A.J. Brown.
Little
but
10-yard
well
gain.
short.
They've been aggressive on 4th down, but a little too long on this one. Punt it down there. You have a lead. It's windy. It's rainy.
Yeah, you
Jacksonville
definitely
has
don't
not
want
done
nothing
much
like
with
that.
the ball since they had their long drive, 80-yard drive for a touchdown. So punt it down there. Try to pin him deep.
Okay, they going. It's 4-1. Win the next
Shipaz
game.
will
I
come on.
got. I gotta get down there one day.
Remember, he
I've been
kicked it
tied
in the end
up.
zone last time and did it twice last week. These are the plays right here. Where as a punter, you have to have finesse, be able to control this. Let your gunners get down there, make a play, hit him inside the 10.
Agnew standing right around his own 10-yard line. And he is going to play it. Agnew cutting back. Get some positive yardage.
Okay.
Turns out to be a nifty return.
Good return. That's a
by
good return.
Agnew. Covers about 20 yards. He picks up 7 officially on the return after a 37-yard punt. Jags down.
Says Saturday at 1. What am I doing Saturday? I think I got. I may have gun safety training Saturday. I'm not sure, either Saturday or Sunday, but yeah, definitely text me the location, and then I see what I can do. Hopefully it's somewhere remotely close. All right, so Jaguars got the ball back. Let me see, it was 3rd quarter. Hey, who told you I was streaming anyway? Probably one of the girls, probably Lima.
Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
There's your score, 20 straight points for the Eagles.
All right, Jaguars back on the
Jacksonville
field.
Just blitzed them early.
20-14.
Pick six by Andre Cisco. And then a touchdown drive orchestrated by Trevor Lawrence. But since then, it's been all Eagles.
Yeah.
Need to get back to running the ball, Spiro.
Jacksonville begins inside their own 20. Lawrence, little fake.
What is Lawrence doing?
TJ Edwards, one of the linchpins of this Eagles defense.
Playing so much better this year. Something the Eagles have struggled with throughout the last few years is linebacker play. TJ Edwards, who lost some weight, has got a lot faster. He's able to come up, explode, and then a sure tackler. And, you know, those guys that are undrafted guys, I got a special place in my heart because they got to work their way up to getting opportunities and then always have that little chip on their shoulder to prove themselves.
2nd and 10. I guess he got back to the line of scrimmage.
You like those lunch pail guys. He is blue collar. Lawrence back to the air.
It's a good pass. You gotta catch it.
Christian Kirk, who is still looking for his first catch.
Like Christian Kirk not stepping up. Yeah,
Scott.
I think this is one. Let's watch it because this is a matchup we thought they could take advantage of. He's got inside leverage. I think Kirk has to make that catch there. The ball is there. Here it comes in. Good coverage by Scott.
Zane had his mom's. He had his mom's this
short.
weekend, so probably after the game, I'll probably go grab him.
And now this defensive front can get after him.
Scott stepping into that role, vacated by Avonte Maddox, who was a scratch.
Third and 10. Definitely don't need no 3 and out right now.
Lawrence protected well, throws across his body. It's low.
Yeah, it's low. Another 3 and
See
out.
what the official ruling is here. It is incomplete. They're well short.
Another 3 and out.
Jacksonville is
killing
have to
themselves.
Boy, that drop by Kirk.
They killing themselves.
Huge, because if it's 3rd and short, now you can run the ball. Because it's 3rd
Killing
and long,
themselves.
changes what you can call offensively, how the defense plays it, really leads to the 4th down. And, you know, for an offense like this that is very much rhythm-based and timing-based, it's tough when you get into weather like this.
Incomplete pass. It's 4th down from the previous spot. Right here.
You had it right, Spiro. I don't know what they're doing on the field.
We will mark them back to just about the 16-yard line. And Logan Cook's going to punt this from just outside his own end zone.
They had the opportunity to
Covey
do
has
something with
returned
it.
4 punts for touchdowns in college.
Good punt. Good punt.
At the University
Good punt.
of Utah. And this time he's just going to watch
Good
a
punt.
bounce.
That's a good punt.
Go
That's a hell of a
Jacksonville's
punt.
way. They're going to down it just outside the 21-yard line. 61-yard punt by Cook. Eagles by 6 on CBS.
All right, 3 and out by the Jaguars. Definitely not a good drive. Definitely not a good drive by the Jaguars, man. They started out hot. I don't know what the hell is going on now. Oh man. Little quick commercial break. Eagles got the ball back after the Jaguars 3 and out.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chipotle. For real. Bud Light, who reminds you to drink responsibly. And by Lowe's. Let's tackle home together this year.
Steely gray skies, those winds.
All right, no problem, Cheryl. I'll talk to you later on. Just text me that address too before you forget.
Right now, playing right into the Eagles' hands, up 6 as Jalen Hurts takes the reins again of this Philadelphia offense. They begin just inside their 22-yard line. Sanders.
Good way to string it out. Holding, coming back.
Thrown, top of your picture.
Holding, coming back.
Robertson,
Pin
Harris
hands to the
among
face.
the tacklers for Jacksonville.
Hands to the face.
Extended conversation here between.
Well, you know it's going to be holding against the Eagles.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, offense, number 56. Illegal use of hands to the face, defense, number 41. These fouls offset, replay the down.
Yeah.
Much ado about nothing. We mentioned Nick Sirianni inheriting the 4-win team from Doug Pederson, and you just think of everything they had to endure last year, the slow start, rookie staff, so much youth amongst his coaching staff. Had to change with their offense, the play calling that Steichen took over. That's a lot to navigate for a guy who, granted, has been coaching in the NFL for a number of years. The first year as a head man.
Damn, he had to get rid of that joint fast.
Get them into the playoffs. Beautiful pass by Hurts.
Where's the tackling?
Breaking tackles. Sanders will get tripped up down just shy of the 30. Boy, nearly broke one. Shaquille Griffin.
All that running for a 4-yard gain.
All that, he
or
picks
6-yard gain.
6.
Okay.
Yeah, it may have been a touchdown saving tackle. You didn't think it was going to be a whole lot. Get a little screen to Sanders, get the ball quick, and then watch the plays here. The movement, getting back across the field, and then right here, it is almost a big play. I mean, that could have gone the distance.
Devontae Smith appears to be shaken up as the athletic trainers will take a closer look at him. I just hate to see that, how good Smith has been for them. Second-year wide receiver. Just came off a career day last week against the Commanders. It's Gainwell to the 30-yard line, but we were impressed. Our conversation.
All right, 3rd and 3. He might have rolled his
It was
ankle
right
or
at the
something.
end, right here, just right here, right at the end of this play where the tackle happened. You see Smith trying to get in there, block. He kind of jumps over and then comes up a little gimpy.
Yeah, either his ankle or his knee. That ain't look too good.
So 3rd and 3.
Big third down here for this Jacksonville defense.
So Smith now being looked at in that blue medical tent.
Caldwell been bringing pressure.
Hurts his pass
Batted
down to the
down.
line of scrimmage.
Batted down.
Adam Gotsis.
God mercy, man.
What a
The
big
Eagles
play that
always
is for
get
this defense.
stagnant in the
just
second
huge.
half.
Penetration.
Always
the
get
pressure that
stagnant
they
in the
needed,
second half.
And then Gotsis knowing to get his hand up and knock that pass down by Hurts. And Jacksonville
You can't get to the
desperately
quarterback,
getting
bat
the
it
stop that
down.
they needed here early in the third quarter.
Tell you what, those are the kinds of plays that this defense has made. Big moments. Try to keep this a 6-point game. Agnew.
Good tackle.
Just masterful
tackle.
special teams play.
That's a good tackle.
Andre Sachere on the tackle. Can't do it much better than that.
Spiro, perfect play by your gunner. Get down,
Yeah, that's a
break
good
down.
tackle.
Don't let Agnew, who's so dangerous, to get outside. Shoot your gun, go get him, make the play. Excellent job.
So cute, I love it.
You got a dog. All right, so Jacksonville got the ball back. 20-14 Eagles. The Eagles definitely aren't a good second half team. I don't know why, but they always just look off. Like they don't really make good adjustments to the adjustments that the defense is going to make in the second half. So they definitely got to, keep the pedal to the metal and not get stagnant, So we'll see. We'll see if this if the Eagles, second half woes actually hurt them in this game. But the defense is still playing really well. I'm not sure if they said if Darius Slay came back in the game or not, but defense is playing well.
Kicks off with Thursday Night Football starting at 8:15 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern
man,
on
Colts,
Prime Video.
Broncos.
Stream games live
Yeah,
on
I
your
think we
mobile
might
phone
pass
with
on that
NFL
one,
Plus.
I ain't gonna lie. Anybody trying to watch no Colts Broncos?
There's Darius Slay, their Pro Bowl cornerback, who has not returned since leaving this game early with a forearm injury. We heard the report from the DD. His return still
First and
questionable.
10
We're being
for
told
the
by
Jaguars.
Lawrence and company begin inside the
They
30.
swallowed that one up.
Blown up.
They blew that up.
Never had a chance. Jordan Davis. It's a
Oh, that's
loss of a
Jordan
yard.
Davis. He blew that thing up.
Pick if you're an Eagles fan. Loving to see the quickness from a big man like that to beat the
Nah,
block.
he blew that
get
one
in the
up.
backfield and just swallow up ETN.
So Davis is going to get blow here. 13th overall pick by Howie Roseman. Putting his imprint on this one.
Sent the
2nd
blitz.
and 11. Lawrence
Good
over the
pass.
middle. It's caught.
Good pass.
Big,
That's a good pass.
play. Evan Ingram with his first catch.
Yeah, that's where Evan
It's a
Ingram is
pickup of
at?
16.
It's been a struggle through the air for Trevor Lawrence. Only 5 for 13 before this pass here. But finding your tight end, knowing he's a good route runner and getting him into space, finding area in that zone, just sitting down, a good completion.
Jay just hit it. Only the 6th completed pass on the day for Lawrence. ETN. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a minimal pickup as we go downstairs to Aditi. All right, we'll try to get Aditi back on. Technical audio issues. So 2nd and 8, that clock running now. We come up on the 8-minute mark in this third quarter.
2nd and 8.
Doug Pederson's team this season, first 3 weeks of the season, they've outscored their opponents 31-3 in the third quarters of games.
And that's where the Eagles have struggled offensively, is in the second half. So
Yeah.
good. We talked about in the
They
second
always
quarter,
struggle in the
scored
second
20 points
half.
today. Can they put it together for 4 quarters?
And Doug Pederson's going to take his first timeout with 7:51 left in his third quarter. Well, CBS Sports proudly celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. And here now is our good buddy and colleague, Jerry Olaya, with the Spanish broadcast of today's game.
Dice que una baja ahí y hay que aprovechar las oportunidades que se presentan en el partido. Se lanza, se lo queda, que va, que arranca, golpea, balón suelto. ¿Y quién? ¿De quién es?
Why does it always sound so much better?
2nd and 8. Play action.
Nicely done by Jerry Olaya. 2nd and 8.
Receivers,
Lawrence goes
5 receiver
underneath.
screen.
This is Hasty. Hasty breaking tackles.
Good tackle.
Inside Philly territory, gets downhill all the way to the
That's a good
40-yard
play.
line. And a big first down on the catch and run, a pickup of 16 as we check in with Aditi.
Guys, weather down here is certainly affecting everything, but we saw that big reception by Ingram. When the Jaguars came off the field the last time, it was Ingram that Trevor Lawrence purposely patted on the shoulders multiple times. He kept telling his teammates, stay calm, let's go, and he also practiced a couple snaps with his rookie center, Luke Fortner.
Developing maturity, Didi, from their young quarterback. The franchise down in Jacksonville, trying to get them back here down 6.
6-yard run.
Good run. 7-minute mark.
That's a good run.
Once again, taking on tacklers brought down by Edwards.
I think that was the thing that stood out to all three of us doing the meetings with Jacksonville was the calmness that Doug Pederson has brought, the communication that he has brought back to this organization between coaches as well as from coaches to players.
And it was interesting to hear Pederson mention his relationship, that initial phone conversation after he was hired. What a start it has been for Lawrence through the first 3 weeks of the season.
2nd and 3.
Killing that play there.
Play
2nd
action.
and 3, fakes the handoff. Lawrence on a boot here, probing, throws on the run.
Why didn't he just take off?
I think he should have run it there, Spiro. He had an opportunity to run for the first
Exactly,
down. There's a
just take
late flag.
off.
I think it's going to be holding
On the defense.
against the Eagles to get him the first down, even though it was incomplete.
Evan Engram was the intended receiver. Now we'll check the flag by Hockley.
Before the pass was thrown, holding, defense number 33. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That's Josiah Scott.
One of the things I do getting into games is look at the officials. Sean Hockley and his staff last year, 3rd most penalties in the NFL for officials. And the thing that they were most penalized, they had the most pass interference. So you see the holding right there.
Mercy.
You know,
I thought it was holding on the tight end too.
Over basically a scouting report of the officials. So
1st and 10.
Hey, if a crew, if they call more pass interference, more holding penalties, you have to be alert of that. Be careful. Can't grab a jersey and
1st
get them a
and
first
10.
down.
So 5 yards of the
Wide
automatic first
receiver
down.
sweep.
1st and 10. Little misdirection. Just trying to get Kirk into some open space.
3-yard
Still
gain.
looking for his first catch, but they finally get him a touch as he's forced out of bounds by James Bradbury.
He was such a big free agent signing. A lot of questions about the dollar figure, whether they overpaid. But you look at the first few games, 18 receptions, 267 yards, really so versatile, can play inside, outside, but better from the slot. But it's been a struggle to get him the ball and to get him production today. Philly has come in with the intent of taking away Christian Kirk.
That's a false start too.
Lawrence, sells the fake well.
Damn.
Lawrence
Okay.
appears
He
to
fired
have
out,
the
Lawrence.
first down. Needed the 19. No signal yet, and now Sean Hockley says first down, Jacksonville.
Okay.
Really like this play. You see the fake, and then Lawrence just keeping this ball and going outside, reading that defensive end. He comes inside, so he keeps it, and then a physical run. This drive for Jacksonville looks like the drives that the Eagles put together.
Yeah.
Change in philosophy, keeping the ball on the ground, a couple of little screens. Pretty effective drive so far.
On first down, back to
Nice
Robinson.
little run. 3-yard gain.
We asked Pederson about Lawrence, and he said he is as mature as you can possibly be at his age. And he told us we basically started at ground zero, mechanics, and slowly started to rebuild his confidence after what he went through last year.
And you can see the results when you watch the film. And Trevor even told us, hey, when we did the Colts game and we played against them and we knew what they were going to run and we were just very efficient, you saw how effective. And he said, I even said to myself, wow, it really works and it's that easy. And I think you'll see that maturation throughout the year for this offense.
2nd and 7. He's sending all out blitz.
2nd and 7. Here come the Eagles on the blitz. Lawrence
Oh,
plays the
damn.
pressure, and it
Threw a
is
damn
picked.
interception, man.
James Bradbury.
Threw a damn interception.
A defensive gem.
What
and
is he
another
doing?
Jacksonville turnover.
Wow, Trevor Lawrence was
Trevor Lawrence
tripping.
has not made these kind of poor
Exactly.
decisions.
What the hell was he doing? He forced
Didn't
it.
see Bradbury. He comes in front and gets the huge interception.
All right, so Jacksonville had a good drive going. Trevor Lawrence with the ill-advised interception, drifting back, throwing it across his body to the other side of the field. That ain't never going to work. It ain't never going to work. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. No, it is what it is. That's a good defense by the Eagles, though, to come up with a turnover in that situation. They had a good drive going. You know, Trevor Lawrence, you know, he effed the money up. Trevor Lawrence with the interception. Let me know how y'all fantasy teams is doing, man. I'm not looking too good. I might go 1-3 today. It is not looking good for me.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the all-new Burger King Royal Crispy Chicken lineup, only at Burger King. And by Tide. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Well, after the Trevor Lawrence interception.
All right, so Devontae Smith took off his gloves.
The good news there for the Eagles is Devontae Smith, who was being looked at just a couple of minutes ago on the sideline.
He know how to play receiver for real. That's how you do it. Take them damn gloves off.
The Eagles begin on the ground with Sanders from the
3-yard
12-yard
gain.
line. Jay, take us back to the interception.
You're going to see Christian Kirk lined up in the slot right here. They want to run Marvin Jones off and run Bradbury and then bring Kirk back out here. But watch Bradbury come off of Marvin Jones and come back, cut in front of Kirk. Now, why did that happen? Why could Bradbury come off of that? Watch Trevor Lawrence's eyes.
Exactly.
He stares down Christian
stared
Kirk
at him the whole damn time.
And Bradbury, the veteran, does an excellent job of reading him and coming in and making that big interception.
Bradbury, one of the shrewd free agent acquisitions made by Howie Roseman, Phillies GM here. And what was a big offseason? Sanders breaking free outside the 40.
They torturing them with the run.
Jacksonville territory. What a sprint.
They torturing Jacksonville with the run.
Finally tackled by Jenkins and Campbell. He picks up 35.
Well, I just give a lot of credit to this offensive line of Philadelphia. You lose your left tackle in Mailata. Driscoll's in there playing well. Really haven't even mentioned him because he's doing a good job. They've been able to run both sides, right and left. An excellent job by this physical offensive line from Philadelphia.
I'll tell you what, Miles Sanders putting together a pretty good afternoon in the rain. Just under 100 yards.
That's how he's supposed to do it in the rain. Just run the damn football, man.
Born and bred. And he gets right back to work. The spin at the line of scrimmage. And Sanders keeping those legs
7-8 yards
close to the 43-yard line. Finally tackled by Lloyd. What a day for Sanders.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be one of those bruising kind of battles. It's one in the trenches. That kind of game, to me, definitely favors this Philadelphia team because of how big and how strong and physical that offensive line is. Miles Sanders, a really good complementary back for this offensive line. Quick, slashing, physical, doesn't have an ego, will do anything you ask him to do. I just love this roster for Philadelphia.
All right, 2nd and 4.
A Pennsylvania kid, grew up in a tough part of
Face
Pittsburgh.
mask.
Wilkinsburg.
That's face mask.
It looks like they're going to
That's
have
face
first down
mask.
here with Sermon.
They ain't see that? That's a face mask.
And we'll check the penalty flag here.
Yeah, it's face mask. That was clear.
At the Jacksonville 30-yard line.
Personal foul.
Face mask.
Face mask.
Yeah.
Defense number 95.
Yeah.
This 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's
Undisciplined, man.
Roy
Undisciplined.
Robertson Harris
Keep your hands down.
And they'll tack on some yardage.
Keep your hands down.
Mike Caldwell, there's your defensive coordinator. Third man who has held that position in the last 3 years. Needs no introduction here in Philly. Played coach for the Eagles alongside Doug Pederson.
That ball
It hurts. Football is loose. Eagles able to recover
Fumble
with
snap.
Sanders. And everyone with a gasp here in Philly.
Kelsey snapped this ball before Hurts was ready. Watch Jalen. Doesn't even have his hands
Damn.
out of his warmer yet. That ball comes flying back. It's just sitting, getting kicked around. Eagles luckily land on it.
Hurts getting a little assist from Sanders. And keep in mind the mixed point after by Jake Elliott. That's why this is a 6-point game. With a $1:20 left in the quarter. Okay. Goddard set up with a bubble screen action.
Hey,
Forced
bubble
it out of bounds.
screens. A 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
10.
Goddard is such a good receiver. Really, you don't think of him as one of the best receivers from the tight end position in the NFL, but Tony Gonzalez, a Hall of Famer, was talking about he thinks he's the best all-around tight end in the NFL, and I'm right there with him. I think he is such an excellent receiver, probably because he was behind Ertz for a while. You just didn't think of him as that good, but
3rd and 7.
I think as this season goes along, Dallas Goedert will be an absolute weapon for this team, and a guy that can go to on the screens, you can go to him down the field.
Just one of a number of weapons that Hurts has had at his disposal. Final 30 seconds.
Come on, Hurts. What is that?
Exact. DeJuan Smoot making first contact. It's
This offense get real stagnant in the second half.
Play
Man.
by this Jacksonville defense to get the stop and to get the sack and knock them back.
Ah,
Making a difficult field goal here on 4th down. It's windy, but I figure you have to kick this here on 4th down. It's a 6-point game. You got a Pro Bowl kicker. You got to trust him to come in here. It would be a 43-yard field goal. They're going to wait until the 4th quarter and go the other way, which would be the way that Jake Elliott missed his extra point.
End of 3 in Philadelphia.
It's 4th down.
Yeah.
It looked like the Eagles
quarter
called
is not
timeout, wanting to kick Jay in this direction.
Well, I
just
saw
alluded to.
You saw Jake Elliott. He didn't want to kick the way he
This
missed
is the
that extra
32nd
point.
timeout.
That wind had a big impact on it.
Philadelphia's
He
first.
wanted to kick this
Oh,
way with the wind at
okay.
his back to negate that wind a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's why they call timeout. So they're gonna kick it before
We were
they switch
watching Elliott
fields.
in pregame warmups. He hit a 54-yarder in this same weather. The wind was whipping down, the rain, just like we have right now. As Elliott will try to extend this 6-point lead.
When you have a difficult day with wind and rain, you have to pick your spot, you have to be committed to it, and just hit a good ball and trust that the wind's going to do what you think. And Jake Elliott's been one of the best kickers in the NFL. Pro Bowler last year, excellent kicker, big leg. That wind really impacts the ball when it gets to the apex, when it starts to descend.
Rick Lovato is the long snapper, and Sipas is the holder. Everything more challenging in this kind of a weather. The operation is good, and Elliott
Damn, he
able to
nailed
bang
it.
it in, and boy, he took a hard shot.
He
and
did.
there is a flag thrown.
Roughing the kicker.
His plant leg was hit, so they're going to call
Roughing the
the
kicker.
kicker. So you can take the 3 points off and get first down for the
Roughing the
Eagles.
kicker. Why?
What a massive call this is potentially.
Why?
Quarter. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker.
Defense number 32. The penalty will be half the distance to the goal. It's an automatic first down. Philadelphia has chosen not to extend the 3rd quarter. The penalty will be assessed in the 4th quarter on the end of the field.
That is stupid,
This is
man.
the end of the 3rd quarter.
That is stupid.
Well, the good news is their drive will continue. The
That
bad
is
news is that
stupid.
Jake Elliott looks like he's hurt.
Yeah, he definitely took a
Eventful
spill.
finish to the 3rd quarter. We're
Damn.
back after this message and a word from your local station on CBS.
He definitely took a spill. All right, so the end of the 3rd quarter, Eagles up 20-14. 20-14. So uneventful 3rd quarter. Jacksonville had a chance to put some points up on the board. Trevor Lawrence throws a ill-advised interception. Eagles almost put 3 points on the board, roughing the kicker. So they're gonna have good field position coming back in the fourth quarter. Hey man, the Eagles offense, keep it on the ground, man. Don't do nothing fancy. Don't do nothing stupid. Keep it on the ground. The offense is dominating. The offensive line is dominating the defense. So just keep it simple. Definitely keep it simple. It's shaping up to be a good end to the game, though. I'll tell you that.
Back with you, Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia. Jake Elliott, they take the 3 points off the board. The roughing the kicker penalty extends the Eagles'
First and
drive.
goal.
You see the rain continuing to come down in force. Gives the Eagles a 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 13-yard line. Hurts and company begin with a handoff here. This is Sanders trying to bounce it to the outside and runs out after a pickup of maybe a yard. Let's go downstairs to Aditi.
Hey guys, I'm standing right next to Jake Elliott. Nick Sirianni was here. He was watching very closely. Elliott gave the thumbs up sign. Sirianni nodded and walked down.
All right, Aditi is all over it.
Yeah, because that would be more difficult. Like if you lose your kicker there and you take the 3 points off the board, you had a 9-point lead. If you don't have your kicker to come back out, makes it a more difficult call to take the field goal off the board.
Lots to factor in now for both of these coaches as we sit in for the final
Second
15
and 9.
minutes. Hurts to Sanders.
The 2-yard game.
Jacksonville's front was not
Third and
cool.
7.
Touchdown where these two teams sit. Eagles, lone remaining undefeated team in the NFL after Miami's loss Thursday in Cincinnati. And Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville atop the AFC South with 2 wins over the first 3 weeks.
Now another big third down for this Jacksonville defense. They came into this game the #1 team in the NFL against the rush, only allowing 55 yards. This Eagles team already has 166 yards rushing in this game. Remember,
3rd and 6.
Sneak has been there, and Jalen Hurts has taken it off him.
Hurts on 3rd and 6.
Damn Goddard. Damn bum.
Dallas Goddard,
He a
who has
damn
been
bum.
sensational this season for the
He's
Eagles.
a damn bum.
Couldn't squeeze it.
Nice
He
play
is a
design
bum.
to get Goddard open. This ball's a little bit behind from Hurts, but it's a play that Goddard should make. If he leads this, it's an easy touchdown. It's a little behind Goddard. He's got to slow down and kind of come back. And in the rain, he's not able to bring it in. And now Jake Elliott's going to come out and try to do it again.
So we just heard the report from Aditi trying to fight through some discomfort. This will be a 28-yard attempt.
All right, here we go. He missed going this way too last time.
Good snap, good hold,
Good
and
kick.
Elliott is perfect. And Philadelphia extends its lead to 9 points.
All right, Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott with the field goal pushed the Eagles up 23-14. Still stagnant in the second half, though, man. They're not doing good in these second halves of these ball games. So it's definitely gonna need this. This definitely needs to be something that they address, with the games going forward.
Next Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
A 28-yard field goal by Jake Elliott. And that's where we sit. 9-point lead for the Eagles as we play early stages, fourth quarter, week 4 here in rainy Philadelphia. Spiro Beatus, Jay Feely, and Edie Kinkadwala, Gene Steratore, rest of our CBS crew. Agnew's going to play it a couple of yards deep in his own end zone, and he is
Agnew only got back to the 20.
Good kickoff coverage down the field.
That's a good hit, too.
Kyron Johnson. Saturday, a full day and night of college football begins at 2:30 Eastern with the drive to Atlanta. And college football today, then at SEC on CBS doubleheader kicks off with Auburn at second-ranked Georgia. And in primetime, Texas A&M faces number 1 Alabama. That's Saturday right here on CBS.
New number 1 there after Georgia struggled. Found a win, Alabama.
1st and 10 from the 20 for the Jaguars.
I saw your Wolverines get one yesterday.
Nice little win at Iowa.
There's ETN trying to find the edge. ETN showing some
Good
burst.
run. Good run. 12-yard run. Good run.
First down run for the second-year kid. But the miscues have been a big, big part of the story today for Jacksonville. Multiple fumbles lost by Trevor Lawrence.
Drops.
Hasn't been able to get on the same page with Kirk.
Interception.
And the snap. And just a brilliant interception by James Bradbury that have led to 17 Philadelphia points.
Yeah, you're down 9.
4 penalties all on defense.
Quarter, 13 minutes left. Don't have to get outside yourself schematically with what you want to do offensively. Just need a good drive, go down and get points.
Free blitzer coming. They get it out.
Why you run outside?
Man hurts.
Why you run back inside?
Not much room to operate after the catch.
That was stupid.
Philadelphia tacklers coming hard. It was Javon Hargrave making first contact.
Spiro, the weather's had an impact on this offense. I think not having Zay Jones has had an impact on this offense as well. Came in with 19 receptions. He's such a good complement outside to Christian Kirk inside, but I'd like to see him get back to Jamal Agnew. Had a couple of big plays early on, 3 catches for 42 yards and the touchdown. Try and find him again.
Lawrence on 2nd and 10.
Another fumble.
And Philadelphia.
Lawrence is tripping.
Takeaway. Hassan Reddick.
This defense is going crazy.
And the recovery. takeaway number 4 by Philadelphia.
That's why they went out and got Hassan Reddick. Watch him come off the edge and just go right around, little speed, pull him, throw him back to the ground, and Trevor Lawrence just got to have more awareness right there. He's got to get rid of the ball. It's what he's done well this year. He pumps, he brings the ball back down, and Hassan Reddick makes him pay. You know, when you talk about Hassan Reddick, you don't think about a guy, Spiro, who since 2020 is 5th in the NFL in sacks. He doesn't get the love that TJ Watt.
That's his third damn fumble.
Miles Garrett or some of these guys
That's
that we
his
talk
third
about.
damn
Aaron
fumble.
Donald is the best, but he's a guy who's been productive, whether it's been in Carolina,
That's his third fumble.
Arizona, or now here in Philly.
So on that big free agent contract. What a play by Reddick. Here's Sanders.
They quit. They done quit. They done
How many
quit.
tackles has he broken in this game as he ducks inside the Jacksonville 20? Let's get another NFL Today update. JB and Nate.
Rush, efficient, scoring. That's right, JB. He drops back, and who is he looking for? CD for
Man,
the
CeeDee Lamb.
TD. The Dallas Cowboys, they are up 22-10. Back to Spiro.
All right, Cowboys trying to get one in the division.
That's offside.
Taps
too.
on that one. Hurts.
That's offside.
Option
too.
play.
3rd and 4.
Picks up a couple. And finally brought down by Devin Lloyd to set up a 3rd and 4 here. And Jay, a lot to think about for Trevor Lawrence on that sideline.
Yeah, it's been a tough day. Has not looked like he has in the first 3 games. You know, not the same timing, not the same rhythm, holding on to the ball too long. We got another Eagles
Man,
down.
who was that?
It's Isaac Seumalo. They have been banged up. Already have lost Jordan Mailata, their left tackle in this game. Now the athletic trainer is back onto the field for the Eagles.
Is that KFC's 2-piece drum and thigh combo?
Yep.
Is it juicy?
All right, so 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. They punch a touchdown and the game is over. The game is over. I don't know what's going on with Trevor Lawrence. He 4 fumbles. This is 4th turnover of the game. Oh man. Little commercial break right now. Eagles up 23-14, 3rd and 4 when they come back. Trevor Lawrence has been horrible today. Horrible today.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by KFC. Family style, your style. That's finger licking good. Northwestern Mutual. And by Verizon, the network America relies on.
Let's go back to that last sequence. Eagles right guard Isaac Seumalo. Appeared to be the ankle injury. Seumalo, who missed most of last season with a foot injury. Oh boy.
Steve Dickerson just kind of stepped right on his ankle. Could be costly. They already lost Mailata and now Seumalo. Sua's played a few snaps already this year. Came in for Dickerson earlier in the season.
All 11 of his snaps that he's played this season came last week against the Commanders. 3rd and 4. Hurts. His pass is caught. That is Smith. And that's a first down connection.
Good catch.
Well, it looked harder than it appeared as they pick up a half dozen.
Well, we just talked about Opeta having to come in. Watch him block right here. Good job. Comes across, gives Hurts the pocket, able to complete the pass.
Way to catch it with no gloves,
you always
too.
talk about just next man up philosophy.
Devontae Smith know how to play football. Take your gloves off in the rain.
Good job, Opeta.
That's a run.
See what this offense has done in the red zone. There's Kenneth Gainwell, and now some extra pushing after the snap. Gainwell ducks inside that 10-yard line. And now the Eagles just looking for an uppercut punch here, Jay, to extend this to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, if you can put this ball in the end zone and get a touchdown, you feel the way your defense is playing, the way Trevor Lawrence has struggled, you feel really good about yourself.
Eagles have not started the season 4-0. Have to go all the way back to the 2004 season. The Super Bowl runner-up year under Andy Reid.
Holding coming
See
back.
the flag coming at the top of your picture now. Second marker.
What's the
from
second flag
Jacksonville
for?
Secondary.
What's the second flag for?
There were fouls by both teams on the play.
Undisciplined.
Holding, offense number
Undisciplined.
63. Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 95.
They gonna pull
These
him.
fouls offset. Replay, second down.
They gonna pull him.
So Driscoll and Robertson Harris.
They gonna pull him.
And they're going to replay the down. Hurts out of the huddle. 15 of 23 for a $181. Does have that rushing touchdown from the second quarter. Sanders, patience, allows his
Third and
blockers
three.
to get set up. Just
Third
such
and
a
three.
skilled runner, can beat you with the elusiveness and the physicality whenever he needs it. Tackled by Jenkins.
Came in just over 200 yards, 222. You know, he's got 115 yards today, and the way they've been so explosive through the air throwing the ball, you really hadn't needed Miles Sanders to play such a pivotal role. But coming in, you knew this was a game that Miles Sanders was going to play. Now, this play right here, third down, deep in this game, 9-point lead. Jacksonville's got to come up, stop the run. You probably figure they're going to do that zone read.
Desperately trying to keep him out of the end zone. Sanders.
Touchdown. That's
bangs
it.
in.
Miles Sanders with another touchdown. That's it. That's game. That's game.
Sanders from 5 yards
That's
out.
game.
More points off turnovers, and it's all Philly.
That's game.
So tough to go against this offense because of the threat of Jalen Hurts coming. Freezes the defense a little. It allows Opeta to come around and get a nice
That's
block.
game.
And then Sanders cash it in, getting the touchdown. 2 touchdowns, 120 yards on the day.
They're going for two.
Now the Eagles are going to go for 2.
Make it a 3-score game.
Try to get this to a 17-point lead.
Mm-hmm. They're going to run the read option again.
And make it a 3-score game.
See Jalen Hurts looking over there at A.J. Brown, reading the defense.
Hurts.
Nope. That's a drop.
Incomplete. Looking for Devontae Smith. And so Jacksonville will
All right,
stay
so
within 15
they might still have a
with 8
shot.
and change left
This
in
gonna be
this
rough.
fourth quarter. A reminder coming up next, game 2 of our NFL on CBS doubleheader. It features a legendary coach heading to a legendary venue as Bill Belichick leads the Patriots into Lambeau. They'll take on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. It's all coming up next right here on CBS. 2 franchises that need no introduction, and no Mac Jones in that game for New England.
Brian Hoyer, my favorite place to play in the NFL was Green Bay. Not that it was an easy place to play by any means, but it's just so special. Harken back to,
Oh, new chance
you
to
felt like you're
score.
back in the
Eagles up
60s. You drive through
29-14.
Town in Green Bay, and there's the
29-14.
stadium right in the middle of everybody's backyard. Everybody's out barbecuing. They got fans parking in their yards. I just loved it. So the same guys playing.
Jacksonville
catch,
still got a
every
little slight
single
slim
year.
chance.
You came back. There's running the same plays. And just love going up to Green Bay.
Such a unique setup around the stadium. I assume you enjoyed kicking there earlier in the season.
29-14 Eagles.
They're on your schedule. You wanted those
Defense been fantastic. Offense been a little slow the second half,
So 29
as usual.
unanswered points after the Jags have jumped out to a 14-0 lead. It's an amazing turnaround in this game. Agnew off of bounds, crosses the 25 out of past the 30-yard line. And
33.
tackled at around the 33 by N'Kobe Dean. Now, we mentioned some of the offseason additions. Howie Roseman, free agency, working the trade market.
N'Kobe Dean is playing.
So the strip sack
doing special teams.
They have been lights out.
That's why I said in the open that I thought this was the best roster in the NFL, top to bottom, on all sides of the ball. You know, I think Jonathan Gannon has really come into his own. He's done a good job of understanding what his players do well, helping them to learn the scheme.
Another drop.
Able to go out there
and take your damn gloves off.
When they can communicate, with Jay communicated really well. They can be better in the secondary. They disguise and the secondary, when you have guys like Bradbury and Slay and now C.J. Gardner-Johnson back in his normal spot where he's comfortable at safety. I think Epps has played better. Maddox has played really well when he's healthy. But that complements that front and the ability to get after the quarterback. When you can get after the quarterback and you can cover on the back end, you're going to be really good as a defensive coordinator.
That's a false start.
How does Lawrence come back after those multiple turnovers?
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
He finally got his first damn.
That's his first catch of the afternoon. We go downstairs to Aditi.
Spiro, you were all talking about Nick Sirianni showing so much humility. That's Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator, too. Said he openly takes advice from his players during plays, during drives.
Another drop. Take the gloves off.
For Marvin Jones.
Yeah, Aditi, I think
complete.
That communication is so important because your players know.
As a receiver, man, when they get wet, your gloves is trash. Take the gloves off.
And when you can complement each other, both schematically as well as what you're doing on the field, that's when you get your best out of your players and your team plays best.
Gannon cut his teeth under Mike Zimmer in Atlanta, then in Minnesota. He was on the Colts staff with Frank Reich and Nick Sirianni in Indianapolis. And right now doing his thing here in Philly with the Eagles. 2nd and 10. Here they come again. Lawrence throws across his body, and it's incomplete.
There you go, another body.
In the direction of ETN.
Throw across the damn body.
And today, Gannon and his defense having to play without Darius Slay most of this game, left with a forearm injury, as Aditi reported earlier.
And they've evolved. Last year, they were one of the fewest blitzes on defense in the NFL. And this year, they're kind of middle of the pack, but most of the defensive blitzes last year were third down. This year, you're seeing it first,
third and 10,
third down.
Third and long.
And that presents such a problem
in the rain
offensively. When you get after the
and your receivers won't take their gloves off
and get pressure, but then you
make
bring
a catch.
blitzes when they don't know they're coming, to makes it really hard.
Where does Lawrence go here? Feeling the pressure, throws on third down.
Wow, Christian
Wide
Kirk.
open, it's Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
Inside the 10.
That's a good pass.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars trying to breathe life into their cause.
They finally hook up. Trevor Lawrence and Christian Kirk. It's been tough all day. Had one catch coming in. They find Kirk in the back of the secondary.
That's a good pass by Trevor Lawrence.
Trying to get back in this game.
They pick up 45 yards, 1st and goal. By far their biggest play of the day. And they're looking for 6 points here quickly. Lawrence near side. Agnew breaking a tackle, and he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown. That's a good drive. Good drive.
And Jacksonville punches back.
Good drive.
It's a touchdown.
Good drive.
Agnew lined up in the slot. I'm glad they finally went back to him. I was looking for that. Had a touchdown in the first half. Trevor Lawrence gets the ball quick and then allows Agnew to be the athlete that he is. Nice little move, getting in the end zone, getting their team back in this game, trying to cut it to 8 here with the extra point.
First Jacksonville point since under the 4-minute mark in the first quarter. And the point after by Riley Patterson makes
Jacksonville done scored. Eagles up 29-21. So it ain't over yet.
7:19 left in the fourth.
It ain't over
As we
yet.
take a look at the two
The
big plays
Eagles
on that
got to
drive for
move the
Jacksonville.
football.
First play is there's Kirk.
Got to
in the slot.
chew the
They're gonna
clock
run him down
right now.
the field and let him get open. You got a little eye candy in front. Philadelphia
Blown
has
coverage.
confusion in the back end. Josiah Scott allows him to get deep. That's the matchup I thought they could take advantage of. They finally did. And then you got Agnew in here in the slot, and then just bring him outside. Use Kirk as the eye candy, and then Agnew, nice little move and getting in the end zone. Really good job offensively by Jacksonville. The design, using the distraction, taking advantage of the matchup that was there with Josiah Scott and Christian Kirk, and then getting the ball back to Agnew.
So everyone we talked to around this Jacksonville team has talked about how different things feel like, the culture that Doug Pederson is building.
It's just night and day. I mean, we can feel it even as a crew. You know, we did a bunch of Jacksonville games last year. The difference in those production meetings, the way the players talk, the way they communicate, the things, the positive things they say about each other. It was just toxic there last year, and you could see the impact on the field, and it's completely different now.
Jacksonville lost to Washington week 1, but the last 2 weeks shut out the Colts at home. And then last week, just put one on the Chargers in L.A. Showing some fight here in Philly against the undefeated Eagles. And we've got an 8-point game.
All right, Eagles.
With 7 and change
Time to
left.
run that clock out.
A reminder to stay
You got
tuned.
the O-line to do it.
Update
Don't get
delivered by Little
goofy.
Caesars will come your way.
Do not get
permitting.
goofy.
JB Phil, Nate Boomer, and Coach Cower will have all the latest scores and highlights. Doug Pederson making his triumphant return to Philly. And Nick Sirianni's Eagles looking for the knockout punch. Sayamalo, Eagles are telling us it is indeed an ankle injury. His return is questionable. So the second
ankle injury,
starting
man.
offensive lineman that they have
That's a
lost
hurt
in this
piece.
game. After Jordan Mailata went down early.
Well, Mike Codwell brought in the philosophy of stopping the run. They haven't been able to do that today. They need to do that on this drive.
Hurts option play is going to keep it himself out across the 30. And how does Hurts now navigate this offense?
2nd and 3. Good run.
Tackled here by Shaquille
Good
Griffin.
run.
This is where Hurts is so tough with his legs. He picks up 7.
And he took advantage of the rookie Trayvon Walker getting antsy, getting inside, put the ball in, pulls it out. Walker goes in. He's able to get around the corner and pick up 7.
Hurts, who has been a revelation for this team this season. NFC Offensive Player of the Month. Year 2 as the starter here. And they're today 3rd in the league in
Timeout,
passing.
Eagles.
They had to call timeout there, Spiro.
Timeout. Philadelphia, their second of the half, 30-second timeout.
It was interesting talking to Sirianni and Hurts. This is the first time since Jalen Hurts was a 17-year-old high school player that he has gone back-to-back years with the same head coach and the same play caller.
Isn't that crazy? Since his dad. His dad was his coach and his play caller in high school. And you can see all the guys. A lot of different philosophies, a lot of good coaches. You see Brian Daboll doing a really good job with the Giants, and just the continuity. We asked him, what's the biggest difference this year? He said, just having the same offense, being able to go into an offseason and study myself and study the offense and know it better and come into a season and be confident about it and be able to go out there and execute. You're seeing the results.
On 2nd and 2.
Good run. Good run.
Sanders
Good run,
so
Miles
tough.
Sanders. Good run. First
It's
down.
one of the ways that as Philadelphia picks up the first down.
First
one of the
down,
early
it's a good run.
connections
First
between
down.
Hurts and Sirianni. Both played for their dads growing up. Hurts played for his father, Avrion, who is still the head coach at Channelview High School in East Houston. What a bond those two are forging as they look for a 4th straight win to begin the season.
They're both ball boys watching their older brothers play as well.
Clock running now, 6 left in regulation.
3-yard gain.
Sanders
That's
taking
all you
on
got to do.
tacklers close to
3-yard
the
gain.
40-yard
Get the 3rd
line.
and short. Get the 3rd and short.
Devon Hamilton, a pickup of a couple.
Well, give
Convert
this
on
offense
3rd
a lot
down.
of
That's all you
credit because
need.
with the weather, you know that the team is going to come in, this Eagles team, rely on their offensive line and try to run the ball. The Eagles coming up on 200 yards rushing, and against the number 1 rated rush defense in the NFL so far early in this season. Jacksonville only gave up 55 yards a game coming in. Phillies put up almost 200 on them.
2nd and 8. Running the ball again.
Hurts taking a snapshot of the defense
Oh, my
from the
God.
gun on
No.
2nd and 8. Protected well. He finds Goddard wide open. Goddard off the seam.
Good play.
Atones for the drop earlier.
Good play.
Tackled by Cisco. They pick up 22 and a big Philly first down.
Good play.
Yeah, just like this play. Look at Goddard. He's kind of low, like, hey, I'm blocking. We've been running the ball really well. Almost 200 yards. Going to come up. Hey, I'm going to block you. No, I'm not. I'm going to release, and my quarterback's going to get me the ball. We're going to get a big play. Really good play
Down at the
design.
40.
Taking advantage of what the defense is
Jacksonville's
trying
40.
to do. Stopping the run. Acting like you're going to run block. And then Goddard getting the first down. Good little signal.
Goddard coming off the career year last season. Really started to blossom after Philly traded Zach Ertz in October. Put together the best season of his
3-4 yard
career
gain by Gainwell.
as they pick up just a couple of here with Gainwell on first down.
That's all you
Goddard
need.
came walking into our production meeting and had his cleats on and slipped in the cafeteria. We all like gasped and went running in there to see if he's okay. Thankfully, he was all right. That was the most dangerous moment of his whole week, coming to meet you in the production meeting, Spiro.
That was some nervous moments.
4 minutes and running.
Jump right back
2nd
up
and 6.
after a
4
spin
minutes
like
and
that.
running. That's how you
Quiet
kill a
day from
game.
Goddard, but a big catch and run in that last sequence.
That's how you kill a game.
Under 4 minutes left in regulation. Birds giving it up again.
All right.
As Gainwell inches a little bit closer to the 35-yard line.
There was
3rd
more
and
than
5.
4 minutes when they got the ball, but these are the kind of
3rd
plays
and 5. Now you
that
convert.
offensive coaches love. You know,
Now you
situational
convert.
football, they talk about 4-minute offense when you have a lead and you get the ball back. It's an 8-point game. Jacksonville cuts it to 1 score. Can this offense put it on their shoulders and end this game? And this is a big play here. 3rd
Yeah,
down from
exactly.
the 35.
Exactly.
Be a 53-yard field goal. I don't think they would kick this ball going into the win. So you may have, this may be a 2-down situation if you're Philadelphia.
Eagles only 3 of 12 on 3rd downs today. Birds giving up. Sanders breaking
Wow.
it. Initial tackle.
Wow.
And that's going to get him a first down.
Wow.
What a run by
Wow.
Sanders. He picks up 7.
O-line is dominating today. The O-line is dominating. Y'all had a chance. Y'all had a
Breaking
shot.
for the Jags.
Y'all had a
You
shot.
got backups playing at 2 spots here for the
Y'all had a
Philadelphia
shot.
offensive line, and they've still been just as effective as they have been all year.
Y'all had a
Being
shot,
able to
man.
run the ball on a defense that's fast, physical, and has great length. When you know they're going to run the ball, that's the sign of a great offensive line, especially down 2 of their starters.
I still feel like he doesn't get the national respect he deserves. What a player he's become for the Eagles. Sanders close to the 25, tackled it around the 26.
I think that's what's great about a lot of these players. Jalen Hurts
Timeout,
doesn't
Jacksonville.
get the credit. Like, he's starting to now. You know, obviously A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are special, but when you look at Dallas Goedert, when you look at
2nd
a
and
lot
8.
of this offensive line, I think they all play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
30 seconds out.
And Jay, they feel like they've got something special cooking here in Philly. As Doug Pederson will take a timeout here.
He's got the 2-minute warning coming up, right? It's 2:15. He's got one more timeout. He knows right now this is where the game's on the line. If we want a chance to win it, we got to get a stop, force them to kick a long field goal in bad conditions. Hopefully they miss. You get the ball back down 8 with a chance to tie the game.
Well, you saw Nick Sirianni red hot with Sean Hockley down there.
I could play for both of these head coaches, absolutely. Like, they are so much fun. I've never had more enjoyment doing production meetings than I did this week. You know, because of Nick Sirianni, because of Doug Pederson, and just how much they love the game, the excitement they have, you know, and enjoy being with their players. It's just such a joy to talk to both of them.
Both of them with their connection to Frank Reich. Of course, Reich, the offensive coordinator here under Pederson. See Sanders' career day that he's putting together. And Sirianni all those years with Reich out in L.A. with the Chargers. And then on that Colts staff in Indianapolis.
So if you're Mike Caldwell, I think you're bringing
Second
a
and
run
8.
right here. You see
You're
five
gonna have
guys
to.
on the line. The linebackers up close.
Sanders taking on tacklers as he builds on his
All right,
numbers.
third down.
Take
Third
your
and
last time
7.
out here.
Take it right here
Third
with
and 7.
2:09 left. And it will be a 3rd and 6.
Third
Biggest
and
play
6.
of the day for this Jacksonville defense.
Please reset the game clock to 2:10. Thank you.
Another reminder to keep it here. The NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting. JB standing by. And we'll take you around the league. Week number 4.
3rd and 6, Barry. You got 2:10. If you get a stop, you got the 2-minute warning. He's going to stop it at 2 minutes if the clock's running. If you get 4 or 5 yards, if you're Philly, you could think about going for it again on 4th down. If you get a stop and it's 4th and 6, I think you kick a field goal from here. It'd be about a 42-yard field goal from right here. This is the way that Jake Kelly
All right,
missed his
3rd and
extra
6.
point.
No gimmies in the kicking game in these conditions. 3rd and 6, a little bit of a high snap. Hurts faking the give to Gainwell. Hurts going to run for it. Well covered, and Jacksonville able to hold.
All right.
Hurts was
2-minute
looking
warning.
for daylight. Jenkins and Oluokun that let that drama build. What does Nick Sirianni do?
He gonna kick that damn field goal. He better. All right, 2-minute warning. 4th down, 4th and 5. Sirianni better kick that damn field goal and trust his kicker. Better not get cute. I'll tell you that. He definitely better not get cute. So they're going to be in the uproar. This city will be in the uproar if he don't convert this 4th down. Two-minute warning. Anybody in the stream, if you ain't liked the video yet, please, please, please go ahead and like the video for me. I would definitely appreciate that. 2-minute warning. 4th and 4 for the Eagles when they get back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Papa John's new Papa Pairings. Order more favorites for less. And by Corona Extra. Find the fine life. Live La Vida Más Fina.
Back with you here in Philadelphia, Nick Sirianni pacing that sideline. It would be about a 39-yard field goal attempt from here, but his offense on the field, and it appears as though they're going to go for it on 4th and 3.
Oh, my
Could try
God.
and draw them off sides. If you're Philly and you get the 1st down, don't score here. They call that no moss because you can run out the clock and win the game.
They do indeed. Snap. Hurts
Oh,
his
my-
pass, batted,
Oh, my
and
God. Why?
looking for
Kick the
A.J.
field
Brown.
goal.
What a defensive play. And Jacksonville is going to get
Damn,
it.
that's stupid.
Tyson Campbell.
Kick the field
making
goal.
a play for the Jags.
They went to A.J.
Get
Brown.
fucking
That's
cute.
been successful
Kick the
today,
damn
going
field
to
goal.
despite a little high on the throw, and A.J. Brown
Come
trying
on.
to bring it in with those strong hands. Boy, he almost had it right there. Was he on the ground? but he didn't complete the play.
Exactly. It don't matter, bro. Kick the damn field goal.
The field goal there, but like you said, about
damn.
39-yarder with a Pro Bowl kicker.
Jay, you were surprised.
I was surprised. I think in that situation, I know, like, you go for it,
This
you
boy is
get
a
it, game's
dummy.
over, but you can kick a 40-yard field goal, basically, even though the weather is not great, and make it a 2-score game.
So Trevor Lawrence and company begin just outside the 20. Football is loose again.
The nigga fumbled again.
And the
Yo,
Eagles
this
have
ball is
recovered.
shot, man. This ball is shot.
Hassan Reddick doing it again for
A
the
fourth
Eagles.
fumble?
The 5th takeaway.
Are you
for
serious?
Philadelphia in this game.
This boy, Trevor
Watch
Lawrence,
Hassan
man.
Reddick come through here again, power, and just drives right through.
Bro, how you holding the ball?
And then gets his hand out.
Throw the damn pass.
Trevor Lawrence again. Hassan Reddick, couple of times already today, making his presence felt. He led the team with pressures coming in. Only had a sack and a half.
That's a bad
Couple of
joint, man.
huge plays today for Hassan Reddick.
That's a
why
bad
Howie
joint,
Roseman
man.
went out and got him and brought him here as a
Good,
free
good.
agent.
Defense stepped up.
A Philadelphia Eagles defense that has been absolutely
Defense
fierce this
stepped up,
season.
man.
And
Defense
what a way to
stepped
close
up.
this game. They had 9 sacks in their win in D.C. last week.
Crazy.
Hassan
Defense
Reddick,
stepped
a
up.
strip sack earlier, jarring it loose against Lawrence again. And the Philadelphia Eagles are about to spoil Doug Pederson's return to Philly.
2020, Hassan Reddick had 12 and a half sacks for the Cards. Last year, 11 for the Panthers. Hasn't made a Pro Bowl.
Wow.
Keeps playing like that.
Unbelievable.
His first Pro Bowl bid, and this is an Eagles team that's just fun to watch.
That is
They get after
unbelievable.
it on both sides of the ball. They had 2 offensive linemen down today. They were still able to run for almost 200 yards. 212 now.
Unbelievable.
Pretty good win for this Eagles team, and I think Jacksonville will go back and know that there was opportunities to win this game, especially early on when Trevor Lawrence, they're up 14-0. You got Agnew, he misses them, and then he held onto the ball
Crazy.
a little too long a number of times today.
That is crazy.
Philly made him pay.
A fourth
Updated
fumble.
standings.
A fourth fumble.
Dallas right now up on Washington. And the Giants
Unreal.
holding a lead against Chicago. But that is where we sit in the NFC East.
That is unbelievable.
Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, so the Eagles get it done, man. Defense balled out. Offense ain't look good in the second half, but defense carried them again, man. So definitely can't complain. You know, hell of a game. Hey, man, the Eagles got it done. So Eagles is 4-0 on the year. Jaguars 2-2. Pederson called a good game, but his quarterback ain't give him no help. So other than that, that's it, man. That's it. Final score 29-21 Eagles. We'll probably be back for that Sunday night game. Buccaneers, Chiefs. Tune in for that. 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Great win by the Eagles. Offense was a little ugly in the second half, but hey, that defense is serious. The defense is serious. So we definitely got to go ahead and pay attention to that, man. But other than that, man, I want y'all guys to tune in later on. Like I said, Sunday night football, Chiefs, Buccaneers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and we'll take it from there. But I see you guys later on for Sunday night football, man. Take it easy.